It is indeed my pleasure to welcome you to this, our 14th annual Scholar Attitude Awards Luncheon. The 30 students that we will be honoring here today represent everything that is right about education, interscholastic activities, and community involvement. They have demonstrated their abilities in the classroom, on the playing fields, and in your respective communities. And today is our chance to reward them for all they have accomplished. But before I make a few remarks to the students, I want to recognize the parents who are with us today. You are to be commended for the values that you have instilled in your sons and daughters. Thank you for being role models to your children. And to the school administrators and athletic directors that are in attendance, thank you for being the educational leaders in your school. Your role is so very important, and all too often you do not receive the recognition that you deserve. And so, would everyone please join me in a round of applause to thank these people for their efforts to lead our schools. Students, everyone in this room today is extremely proud of you and your accomplishments, but I hope that you will never forget that it took hard work and determination to achieve your success. Each year, it is my privilege and honor to MC this program, and each year, I hope that at this part of the luncheon that I can say something that resonates with you, that you will take home with you. Something that will make you realize that all of the opportunities that you have been given are truly a gift. And so here's my chance this year to help you realize that. Within a span of about 5 weeks, this past February and March, I had 3 people who were very close to me pass away. A very good friend who was one of the best baseball umpires this state has. My wife's uncle. And sadly, my mom, who was in attendance at this very luncheon last year. Death has a way of allowing us to put things into perspective. And so, it's in that context that I share the following poem with you. Mind you, my intent here is not to bring on sadness, nor is it to have anyone worry about death. Instead, my intent, students, is to make you think and reflect on just what you want to do with your life. And honestly, students, your whole life is in front of you, and you can make a difference in this world. So listen carefully, and hopefully you'll hear the message contained in this poem. I read of a priest who stood to speak at the funeral of his friend. He referred to the dates on the tombstone, from the beginning to the end. He noted that first came the date of his birth, and spoke of the following date with tears, but he said what mattered most was the dash between the years. For that dash represents all the time that's spent alive on earth, and now only those who loved him most know what that little line is worth. For it matters not how much we own, the cars, the house, the cash. What matters most is how we live and love, and how we spend our dash. So think long and hard. Are there things you'd like to change? For you never know how much time is left. You could be at dash mid-range. If we could just slow down long enough to reflect on what's true and real, and always try to understand the way other people feel. Be less quick to anger and show appreciation more, and love the people in our lives like we've never loved before. If we treat each other with respect and more often wear a smile, remembering that this special dash might only last a little while. So when your eulogy is being read, with your life's actions to finish and your life's actions to rehash, would you be pleased with the things they said about how you spent your dash? I congratulate Thank you. I congratulate each person in this room for the accomplishments we are going to celebrate today. And students, I encourage you to continue to do the things that have made you successful thus far. Again, congratulations, and it is truly our pleasure to have you as our guests. At this point in time, it is indeed my pleasure to introduce to you our guest speaker who has come all the way up from Nashville, Tennessee. This gentleman has become a very good friend of not only mine, but of the association. And it is indeed my honor to present to you the magic of Stephen.
All right. Yeah. I like it when you clap and I ain't even done nothing. That's kind of neat. I am Stephen from Nashville, Tennessee, professional magician. I've been doing magic for about 35 years now, professionally. I'm the 3 times World of Wizard Magician of the Year. I was a Southeastern Association magician. I was the Midwest Close-Up Champion. 12 years ago, I won a nationwide contest. I came in first. That's how you win. And I was chosen to represent the U.S. at the World Summit of Magic. I went to Hollywood. I filmed a special, and it aired on HBO. It set a record for HBO. It was the least watched show they've ever had. Thanks for not watching. I warmed up for Bill Cosby, Jay Leno, Garth Brooks, Barbara Mandrell, Ray Stevens, Dolly Parton. I did a private show at the Magic Castle for Johnny Depp and his family. I also did one for President Bush when he was in the White House. But I'm with you now. So we can all see the direction my career is going. But I'll go on and show you the first trick I ever saw. People always want to know this about magicians, what got you started and all that stuff. This is just the first one I saw. I thought it was the greatest trick I ever saw. This magician took a scissors and a rope, and he cut them in half. It wasn't fake. It was real rope. He had 2 pieces of rope. But this guy was great. He cut those in half. He's really cutting the rope. There was 4 pieces. This guy was really good. He cut those in half. 8. And I'm Tennessee Public Schools. This guy was the best. He cut those in half. All except that one. That was a bunch. He had a bunch. This is really cool. I don't know if you've ever seen this or not. Pull up 1 piece of rope out of the top, 1 little piece of rope out of the bottom, and you wave your hand and snap your fingers, and those ropes go all back together again. I think it's one of the best tricks in magic. It's really cool. And I'll be honest with you. I don't know how they do it. And if they would just spend a little more money, they could get that guy. But, he's really good. I'm pretty good in money tricks and stuff. Look at your little outfit there. You're saving a lot of money. And that tie came with that shirt, didn't it? Comes in a little box and stuff. Did your parents pick that out? Yeah, they don't want girls looking at you. But you have any money? No, oh, not on you? Oh. I have a lot of the money not on me, too. Which ones? These yours? It says Father. Got it written all right there. I just try to memorize that if I was you. Just keep saying it to yourself. You won't have to put the little thing Father. All right, Dad, how much money you got? You got like a 10 or 20? What do you got? You came here with nothing. What are you, a Baptist? You think they're going to have some offering or something? Just in case, let's leave our money at home. Come on, somebody. Look at that shirt. You got money. I got a curtain that looks just like... actually, it's a couch. Now, hold on to it. It's a $10 bill. Hold on to it. That's really great. I want you to put your name on that. I love coming to Bloomington. I stopped at the bank. They're really nice here. They gave me a pen. You get a free pen at all the banks. We don't do that in Tennessee. You just got to write your whole name on there. Put it on. Let me tell you what. This was a great bank. They gave me a lunch box on the way out. Really good. I like that. All right, did you put your name on there? That's a federal offense. That's why I had you to do it. Not seeing me do it there. All right. Stay there. Oh, you wrote your last name. Oh, the police will never find you. You want to put a little map to your house? We're going to change this pen into a 20. And then, no, I'll bet $100. This is a lot easier with 10. You just got to blow the little Z or add an extra one on there. It's 100. This is really cool. You get to keep the 100, sir. Get you a pair of shirt. Get you a shirt that goes with that tie. Watch. Watch. I don't know what that does. They do it on TV a lot. A little Chris Angel freak, he's always doing that. I don't know what that, can you see the 10? All I got to do is blow. Starting to change. This is no longer a 10. This is a brand new $100 bill. This is, shoot. I'm going to need another 10. Sometimes magic doesn't work. Thanks for trying, though. That was a lot of fun. Bowling ball. The bowling ball. The bowling ball. Let me show you how that works. It's a magic marker. This is a lot bigger of a place than I thought. Okay, we'll just keep going then. I thought you were going to clap or something, but that's no. Too late now. Connor, that's your name? Where are you from? Here? Here? Nice place. And normal. I won't even make a joke. I'll let that go. All right. I've been there, actually. And normal. Here, this is an illusion. It's fake. It's not real. This is one of the first tricks I ever came up with, how to do it myself. And I'm just going to go through the paper, tear it up, put it back. Secret is I'm not going to tear it. It'll look like it, though. Take a good look at the paper. Try to remember something. Connor, you just look for a picture. The rest of y'all just find a word. We've all been the normal. There you go. Can you say puzzle? Puzzle. Just try to remember that, Connor. There we go. Here. Sometimes when I'm doing this, I like to just try to make it look like you try to make it look like you're tearing it. That's easy. Anybody can do that. Here's the hard part. The sound. It's the sound. I make the noise out of my nose. Do it any way you want. I was in a little school the other day, and I had some kid come up to me with one of those little dumb, little stupid looking ones. They're out there. Don't act like they're not. This little kid, not too smart, he said, "Stephen, I think you're really ripping it." Thought I was really ripping the paper. Little stupid kid. His name was Connors. It was little Connor, wasn't you? That's just what the teachers were calling him. This is one of my favorite parts right here. Sometimes when I'm doing this, I like to pretend I drop a piece. That was me pretending. Must have worked. Connor was going, "Oh, he dropped the piece." Keep an eye on the pieces. This is not a trick where I hide it. I'm not going to cover it up with a handkerchief. I'm going to leave the pieces right here in front of you. Just push them together. All I have to do is blow. Whole paper goes right back together. It's all the same. Yeah. Wait. Puzzle. Connor was worried about the puzzle. Right there it is, Connor. All right, Connor, jump on up here. Don't you laugh. You get up here with him. Come on. She's laughing at you, Connor. Get up here, Connor. I'd use those steps, but jump on up any way you want. Come on up. We're waiting on you. Hi, Connor. What's your name?
Hannah.
Who cares? Connor. Oh, I'm just kidding. I just like Connor. I used to have a dog named Connor. A little ugly dog. It was a hamster. I was kidding with you. It was ugly, though. I wouldn't name a dog Connor. Here you go. I want you to tell everybody what's in the net. Tell them what's in there.
A ball.
What grade are you in?
8.
And you had to walk over there and look. I'd have just said a ball. You stuck your head in there. I had to say something. It's not a ball, it's a nose. It's one of those like clown noses. Check it out. They glue those. You thought they were real. Connor, they're gluing them on. They're not real. Stop picking it. Pick someone else's nose. That's so good. We're going to play a game. Yourself. Which hand? You're nervous. Look, I don't grab it. That's what everybody thinks. I'm using my thumb, hiding it behind my fingers. The fingers keep you from seeing that the thumb's pushing it in the hand. So I push it, and it's the thumb. The thumb. Why do you think I said all that for? Let me go real slow for you. You're not getting any of this. How long you been an 8th grader? Been 8, 9, 10 years for you? A long time. Let me show you how it works. That's called cheating. I've been cheating since I was in the 8th grade. It's why I don't play solitaire. I never play games with people that cheat. I won't play with them. Here, make a fist. Connor, say go.
Go.
Wow. Waiting on you to put yours in. Mine disappeared and went into her hand. Hers went into mine. They changed places. Connor's all excited. Here, make a fist. You got yours? I got mine. This time we'll do it different. Connor, say go.
Go.
Gone. Ends up here. Gone. Ends up over there.
Oh.
I know what happened. I told her to squeeze. You didn't squeeze tight, tight, tight. Make a tight fist. This is fake. This looks like it's going in my hands. It's not going in my hands. I gave it to her. I gave it to her. This is killing you, Connors. We're killing Connors. I'm cheating. I'm cheating. I give her two. She thinks it's only one. 8th grade, long time. Excellent. I'm just pretending to put it in here. While you're looking in here, I'm actually sneaking it into my pocket. Once I get it, it's not in my pocket. Stop doing that. Quit laughing at her, Connor. Quit laughing. Look. Take all 3 of them. Hold them tight. Come over here. If I go like this, I can make disappear. 1, 2, or all 3. How many want me to make disappear?
All 3.
This is going to be hard for you. Connor has 3, and I make all 3 disappear. How many will you have left? 3 minus 3.
0.
You got it. All by yourself. So if I have 0, what do you have?
3.
You have 3. Drop them in the net. Not even close, Connor. You're not even close. That's like 23. 3. Take a bunch. Give me 1. You're smarter than him. If I take 1 out, how many do you have left? Take a guess. What do you Y'all couldn't hear him. He was helping her. He was whispering. He says, a lot. He wants. So in normal, when they say 9 times 8, you write a lot, don't you? That's a lot. Open up your hand and count them. He thinks there's a lot. 1. You two may never graduate, you know. But clap for both of them. They go sit down. They were really good. Hang on. All right, excuse me. Oh, thanks for volunteering. Give her a hand for coming up. Come on up.
Okay.
What's your name?
Denise.
Hi, Denise.
Hi.
Where are you from?
Paris.
I'm sorry?
Paris.
I heard you. Said I'm sorry. This is called the Cup and Ball Game. I don't know where it got its name. That's just what they call it. Silverware Cup. Check it out. Does it look real?
Yep.
Is that what you do at home? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's real. Baseball's invented in silverware. Drop the ball in there. Here's the game they play. Denise, they put the ball in the cup. Turn it upside down. The ball goes in my pocket. Sometimes I do this. I just pretend. And I'm leaving it.
Okay.
You got to guess. Pocket, cup. There's some rules. You're not allowed to touch the cup. That's a rule. Don't do it. Don't get mad if you lose. I win every time.
Okay.
Nobody can help. Don't help. Okay? No, don't holler. Connor can help. He's a little slow. No one else. Cup or pocket? What do you think?
Cup.
No, I've already sneaked it out. You're good. You're the best I've ever played against. You're the best. Got any money?
Nope.
I can get you some. We need $1. I don't want that one. It's broke. Just give me $1. You got $1 in there. Come on. Wow. Well, he gave you $1. Watch. This is really cool. The newspaper trick with money. It's all an illusion. It's fake. It's all. I burnt that finger. That was real. That was real. The rest was fake. Look, just like the newspaper, I don't tear it. Fingernails. Sounds like it's ripping. If you fold it real quick, the illusion is that you're tearing things. This would have been funnier with the 5 you gave me earlier. I'm not falling for that. Fake. Fake. Listen to real ripping. Big difference. There's a big difference. Most people like the fake ripping better. I can fix it, Denise, with the fire. Blow. It's all back together, perfect. Now here's what we're going to do. We're not going to look at that. I saw you following it down.
Yeah.
I don't remember looking at your failures. Here. We only need 75 cents for this trick. We don't need a whole dollar. Denise, this dollar is going to disappear right in front of your eyes. It's going to be here, then it's going to be gone. Say go.
Go.
Gone.
Money disappears.
Woo! This is going to be a lot easier than I thought. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to let you win a few times, build up your confidence. Then it's going to get a little bit harder as we go. Okay? Take your time. Is it under the cup or is it in the pocket? What do you think?
Pocket.
Yeah, don't get all cocky and everything. Hold the ball. Just kidding. Okay, that's embarrassing.
It is.
Put it on the cup so you know where it's 2 times. Look, I'm going to slow this down. If I go slow, you'll catch on. I was just going a little too fast.
Oh. Okay.
Did you get it?
Got it.
I knew if I found the right speed. It's never in the pocket. It's in my hands the whole time. What I'm basically doing is putting it right there, but behind the cup. She can't see through my hands. You can't see through the cup. When I want to show you the front of the cup, I move the cup over here. Big silver cup. You're all like fish. You go. When you look back at the table, it's hard to remember where the cup was. People think it was behind the cup, and it was just a little bit. If you're looking at my hands, I make it jump. Let me show you what I mean. Make a fist. Make a fist with this hand real tight. I'm going to make a jump, okay, from this hand to this hand across. It'll jump when you say go, it'll go. Ready? Say go.
Go.
Did it jump?
No.
You know why?
Why?
You're holding it too tight. Put your hands behind your back. Some of them are going to laugh because they don't think I can do this. But I want you to hide that in one of your hands. I'm going to guess which hand it's in.
Mm-hmm.
They don't think I can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Over here.
Yeah.
See? Watch this. You're going to love this. Watch. Say go.
Go.
Okay, I found this. Is this yours?
Yeah.
Wow, how many boxes of cereal did you eat to get that?
A lot.
We're going to bet your watch. I'm going to let you win. Connor, you get to help her. This is for her watch. Just tell her where the ball is, and she wins this back. I'll make it easy for you, Connor. Where's the ball? Say it so they can all hear you. That's the bottom of the cup.
Thanks, Connor.
You missed it by that much, Connor. He was all, oh, the bottom. He thought he had me there. Look, I'll make it easy for you to win your watch. It'll jump when you say go. Say go.
Go.
Did you see it go? Did you see it? You saw it?
Yeah.
Why don't you just stand there? I'll get it.
Okay.
I'd hate for you to have to get it. Hey, look here. I was doing this the other day, and this kid said, I think I know what you're doing. You're cheating. You have an extra baseball. I do. Did you see the extra one? I thought you would have seen this one. This one's like a little bit bigger than this one. I would have gotten this one.
Yeah.
I can make anything go under the cup. I can make $1. Do you have one?
No.
Oh, look, there's one on the floor. I don't know where that came from. It's only 75 cents. 75 cents. Magic butter knife.
Okay.
If I do that 3 times, you know what happens? A red mark. Grab the butter knife. Here's what we're going to do. Don't rip it out of my hand. Just hold on to it.
Okay.
I didn't say to jerk it.
Sure. I got it. Trust.
Jamming it back in there, that's a great idea. Say go.
Go.
Gone. Nothing's in my hands except 2 big scratches right there. Guess what's that? Oh, I thought it was in there. It's in my pocket. No, I forgot to snap my fingers. Oh, did you put that there? Check it out. I'll get rid of the sticker. Check the top and bottom. Make sure it's solid. Solid?
Solid.
No little hose in there hidden anywhere. Watch. If I do this, you know what happens?
Make lemonade.
Yeah, you get the lemon in your little scratches you just gave me, and that burns. That burns a lot. Here, twist and pull it apart. Ooh, check it out. There's $1 in there. Pull it out and see if it's got a piece missing. Oh, it's got a piece missing. Here, we got to make sure it's the same. You wipe your hands. We don't know. Still got the little piece? You can suck on that for the rest of the show, Connor. Check out your number, L144. It's the same dollar. Quit giving money to strangers. Denise, say go.
Go.
You get your watch back. Yay. Give Denise a big hand for coming up. You're so kind. Guys, sometimes I always have to rethink of why Steve has me at some of this stuff. To be honest with you, I do speak all over the United States. Mainly I'm in the state of Tennessee. Corporations, but I speak to alternative schools. And I speak to kids that don't make it and the kids that have sometimes a hard time because that's who I was. I would have never been invited to something like this. I would have had no idea, and there's no way I can relate to you or anything, even think about it. Most of you here have parents, and I had parents that wasn't parents. We don't choose our parents. And I can just pray and try to love my parents the best I could, but it just never worked out for me. My father was an alcoholic. He kept drinking. He died when he was only 52 years old. Me and my mother just never got along. When I was really young, my own mother told me not only did she hate me, but I was the biggest mistake she ever made in her life. And I don't blame it all on them. I was a lot of trouble when I was a kid. But when I was really young, see, my dad and mom, they would come and meet in the middle of the day. My mom worked in the night, my dad worked in the day. And there would always be this conflict every day. Usually depend on which dad showed up. If my dad was sober or if he was drunk. The sober dad, things would kind of go okay, but as soon as he left, then my mom left, he took us to a bowling alley and he would put us in a nursery. And he would drink all night while we were being free babysitting. The drunk dad would come home late because if he came home on time, Mom would be mad, but she would leave a list all the time. My mom would always punish us, but if we got punished by her, we were going to get punished by him too. She'd make a list on who's in trouble. I had 3 little sisters, and growing up a lot, I had to take care of my sisters. I needed to make sure that if he was drunk, their name was not on that list because it wasn't going to be pretty in my house. And I would put my name on the list just to keep them out of the trouble of having to face him. And that's just what alcohol does to a family and stuff. And I know sometimes good kids, you think that you're going to be all right and you can handle stuff, but alcohol is an evil drug, and you just need to be so careful. And we live in a world that tells us that we can't enjoy life without it, that you're almost not cool if you don't drink it. It's all a lie. I mean, life is great without having a drop of alcohol. I enjoy my life, and I didn't have to be like my parents. And but at one of those times when I got dropped off in the bowling alley, I walked in the wrong door, and I was attacked by a bulldog. He bit me in my face, and he damaged the muscles to my tongue, and I had 6.5 years of plastic surgery, the kind that makes you real handsome. I don't know about plastic surgery. They do a lot of skin grafts. They take skin from the other parts of your body and they rebuild your face. A lot of my face is my butt. Sorry, it looks good. I have bad breath a lot, but it looks pretty good. But they do a lot of sanding for some reason or something on my face. I remember that. This side of my face is thinner than this side. I just know it's growing up what it meant is the water gathers in there. And I had to swallow a lot when I'm talking, because if I don't, that's what makes my words sound funny. Also, if I get excited, I'm going to spit on you. It's going to happen. Now, we sued the bowling alley. That money was supposed to be given to me when I turned 18 and for me to go to school. I never got a dime of that money. And my parents had spent it all by the time I was 8 years old. I was told all the money was gone and stuff, and I never got it. But we did get to do one thing. When we were little, we all went to private schools. We went to Catholic schools. Back then, didn't cost that much to go there anyway. But if you don't know about Catholic schools, we're taught by nuns. If you don't know what a nun is, they have to be a woman. They got to be over 100 years old. They got to have military training. But every day they made me read. I hated to read the sounds I can't make. And whenever I would mess up a word, the kids would laugh and make fun of me. It used to make me real nervous as a kid. I was a bad stutterer. Did you ever see a Catholic stutter? Don't want to live like that. They wanted me in these classes called special ed. Now, special ed is not the same today as when I went to school. When I went to school, special ed was resource, but it was also alternative school. They put punks and thugs in there. And to be in there, I was failed in the second grade because of my speech, and I was placed in special ed. But also, they would not let me be left-handed. There was some rule, the Catholic Church, the one I went to, always had. If you picked up a pencil or a ball with your left hand, they used to hit us 10 times on the back of our hand with a yardstick. When I was in the third grade, I had my first nun teacher. And I remember in PE class, I can remember this like it happened the other day. This teacher asked me to throw a ball that was on the ground. I picked it up. I remember thinking, wow, if I throw it with my left hand, it'll be good. I come from an athletic family. But he may hit me. And I figured he could hit harder than a nun. So I threw the ball with my right hand right in front of all my class. This teacher told me that I threw like a girl. He said, you throw just like a girl. I was embarrassed. I was the kid that talked funny. Throws like a girl. So growing up as a student, I made terrible decisions, but I made decisions never to play sports, not in front of other people that could laugh at me or anything like that. I became very quiet as a kid. I just sat down. I never talked. I sat in the back and pretty much stayed in trouble most of my life growing up and stuff. I had kicked out of the Catholic schools selling holy water. Little did I know that's against the rules. The worst part of it is I made my own. Regular water, that's all it is. You got to put it on the stove and you need to boil the hell out of it. Then it works. That's how they're making it. But actually it was a lot of fighting. My oldest brother had it wrong. He used to tell me, Stephen, if you punch a kid and run, he told me to run because he saw me fight. He said, they will leave you alone. That's not the truth. If you fight, you're going to fight the rest of your life. And I was a kid in trouble all the time. I was always in the office and stuff. But I got kicked out of the Catholic schools. I went to public schools. And that's when I really learned about teasing. For some reason, I think the nuns protected us in some way. But in the public schools, there was freedom. No one was around. My class was called the retard class. We were called retards and idiots and stuff. You imagine, most of you be going to a new high school next year. Imagine going and walking into your school and finding out that you're the retard in that school. Kids used to make fun of us all the time. See, I don't understand kids. There was a lot of things I didn't know. When I wanted to go to class, if I had a class out that door, I had to go out that door. And I had to walk all the way around my school. Because if I went out that door, there was going to be these 3-4 football players there every day that would try to start fights with me and my friends. They would always pick on us and stuff. And we either had to fight or go all the way around the school. I don't get that. See, we're all in the same boat. I know it's hard. All I want to try to talk to you about sometimes is just open your eyes when you go back to school. It is great that you won these honors. It's really not awesome. But, you know, it's like what Spider-Man said, you know, with it comes a lot of responsibility with talent and stuff. And to be leaders in your school, it takes a lot. And sometimes it means opening your eyes and looking up and looking out for kids. We're all trying to do the same thing. Every kid should have a right to come to school and at least be with their peers without having to worry about not having the money you have or be as smart as you are, or I don't have the talent that you have. I still have a right to be there. I hated my house. I hated to go to my house as a kid. But I hated school just as much. It was every bit just of a bad place for me as it was there and stuff. I got kicked out of my house. I ran away. I ended up in Nashville, Tennessee. And yet it was actually there. It was a cousin. It was a coach at Vanderbilt that actually took me in. And first thing he told me to do was he tried to get me to go to school. Said I needed an education. I was special ed. And I didn't tell them. I figured they wouldn't know. They put me in this room and made me take a test. Turned out I was on a 6th grade reading level. I was 19. They told me I'll never go to college. I decided to take my own life. I'm just going to tell you the truth. I didn't tell them the truth. I told them I did it because of school. The truth is I wanted to hurt my parents. The truth is I wanted to hurt the kids that made fun of me. But the real truth, I let kids and people convince me that I was no good. You know, sometimes we tease friends and we kid people, and sometimes they take it serious. I started to believe what everybody told me. I thought I was a retard. I thought I was a reject. I thought I was a terrible son, and I wasn't a good brother. I thought everything in life I was terrible at, and I thought that no one would miss me. I didn't think my life would matter to anyone, and I was willing to walk away. I ended up in a hospital. If it wasn't for God and some people in my life, I wouldn't be here today. But there in the hospital, I told them for school, and they started helping me. That's a terrible lie, say school. They gave me some books to read. Said I never read a book in my life. I was 19. I was a retard. Why would I read a book? The books they gave me was The Hobbit and the Bible. I picked The Hobbit. It took me forever to read that book. I was so proud. Then I found out there was 3 other books that go with it. I had to read The Lord of the Rings, but I read the Bible too. When I was 25, my cousin left Vanderbilt University and went to a small college called Trevecca Nazarene College in Nashville, and he got me in there. I don't know what he did to do it, but they worked out a deal. Everything changed. My last 2 years in college, I had 4.0s. I wasn't stupid. Thanks. I never know how to take that because you can clap for me. I got to be honest, it wasn't me. I did it for my cousin. I did it for teachers. I had teachers in college. One of them, I used to know the words to 100 songs, but I couldn't do my timetables. And one of the teachers noticed that and told me to record my classes and listen to them on tapes. If it wasn't for that teacher, I definitely wouldn't have made it through school. If it wasn't for my wife and other people, I wouldn't be here. It was other people that stood up. There were people that had some of the abilities you have that took a chance on me to help me. It was just the way I was treated. And it was the way I started treating other people and stuff. But I started working comedy clubs because I wanted to see if I could make people laugh. I've been laughed at all my life. I wanted to see if I could make people laugh. One of the first things that happened to me out there is one night a beautiful woman came to my room and asked if she could stay with me. Now, I told this lady I was married and happily married, and she told me it didn't even matter. She told me my wife would never know. You know what this lady didn't know? I married the only girlfriend I ever had. Girls didn't like me when I went to school. Special ed, I had thick glasses. I didn't play sports. Girls wouldn't talk to me. The only girlfriend I ever had, 8th grade. I met her with a "Do you like me" letter. Check yes or no. Those things work. I had to send like 17 of them out, but I got one back. You keep sending them, Connor, you'll get one. But I remember opening it up. It was on my day. It was Valentine's Day. It was a note on. I knew right away I had a note from a girl because it was folded up, some little stupid triangle thing. I didn't know how to open it. I don't even know how they do that. I had to get scissors. But this girl named Carol said she liked me, my first girlfriend. I went with her for a year before we even talked. And I didn't want to spit on her. When I was 16, I stole an automobile. I was not a good kid. I'm not going to lie to you. But you want to know some of the truth? I didn't know how to talk to good kids. You want to know the real truth? Good kids wouldn't talk to me. When I went to school, you would walk by me like something was wrong with me. I had the same locker for 4 years in high school. I was the only boy in my section. 4 years. Not one of those girls could have even told you what my name was, because they never looked at me. They made me feel like I was worthless, just because I wasn't as smart as they are, or my family didn't have the money they had. All of a sudden, I was some kind of a reject or something. You may not think this, but when you got the talent and God's given you the ability to be smart and have the things, and for you to be able to go, even to have this great award and stuff, people look up to you. And you have a responsibility sometimes to just open up your eyes. Sometimes you can change a whole kid's life by just saying hi. Or just saying, what are you doing? I never knew how to get to your tables. I couldn't eat dinner with you. I didn't know how. I hung out with punks and thugs. They were the only ones that would ever talk to me. And when I got arrested, my parents were, my mom and dad, my dad had been drinking and got me in the middle of the night. Beat me up when I got home. We used to fight a lot in my house. I got beat up that night so bad I had to have surgery to fix what they did to me. But I called my girlfriend. She was 16, less than 100 pounds. Middle of the night, she stood up to my parents, and she took me away from them. That night in my house made the hotel simple. 35 years doing this as a living. I never had problems telling women, how dare you ask me to betray my wife. Someone that's been in my life since I was a little kid. See, you got a lot of things going for you. But I'm going to try to tell you one thing true about life. There's going to be good-looking people that show up in your life. Sometimes there are going to be people that tell you what you need to do to have fun, what you got to do to be something special and stuff. And they can ruin your whole life by getting you to do something wrong, something that you know in your heart is wrong. Don't let somebody convince you into doing that. They can mess it all up. It's what's inside of us. That's what matters. Not what people say about us. It's who we really are inside. I can prove it to you. Would you mind helping me? Come on up. Come on up. And your name?
Molly.
Hi, Molly. Hello, Molly. Come on, Molly. Are these cards different?
Are they different?
They're not the same. Or they're not all the same. And I want you to take one, okay? Reach in there. Just grab one. One. You got one? Show it to everybody. You might have to show it to Connor a couple times. Say stop.
Stop.
Put it back. Did you look at it?
Yes.
Okay. Now mix them up. What are you, a Baptist? Oh, I guess not. That's enough. Think of your card. I'm going to guess it out of your head. I'm getting something on my hands. What is that? That is so gross. I'm not getting anything. You're wearing a ring. Is that yours?
Yeah.
Oh, let me see it just for a second. Is it really yours?
Yeah.
Get it off. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. It's really good. Here. We're going to put it on. Here, hold on to it just for a second. On the end. This is really cool. Watch. Say go.
Go.
Your ring is gone. You were supposed to hold on to it. Where did you get that ring? Who gave it to you?
My aunt.
She here?
No.
That's good. I didn't throw a ring. That'd be mean. I threw a quarter. Here's your... shoot. I got this from my aunt. It makes us even.
Yeah, I guess so.
You can keep that or trade for what's under the curtain right there. Pull it off. You're going to get a new ring.
Oh.
Turn it. Might want to put your hand underneath there when you... What's in that capsule? What is that?
$10 bill?
Does it have your name?
No.
Whose name?
Abby Tomlinson?
We found your 10. It was in the gum phone. I got another show. Give me the cap. There's another quarter. Keep going. That was his money. This will be your ring. I didn't mean for you to get down. Show everybody. Inside there is a ring. It's yours, isn't it?
No.
That's not yours? It's adjustable. Much better than yours. This is like a mood ring. There's not many in there. Wear this for a week, that finger turns green. That means you're in a good mood. I can tell you don't like it. Keep going. What is it? Is it a playing card? If it's not yours, I got 51 more quarters. Is that it?
Yeah.
We found it. It was in there. What is that? Is that a ring?
Yeah.
Your ring was in? That looks like yours?
Yeah.
We know where your aunt got it now, don't we? You can go sit down. You can keep the cord. Keep the little ring. Keep it. Go on and sit down. We're done with you. It's what's inside of us. Truly it is. Again, it's stuff. And you do, I mean, I hope you really realize how special you are even to be here today and stuff. And that you take that responsibility back. Because character matters so much. I can even prove it to you. I don't know if Mr. Inslee there, I've been watching him. Y'all been watching him? This man has some, I'll show you his characters. Come here real fast, Steve. You can tell a lot by the clothes that the guys wear. Look at this outfit. How many new Kmart made clothes, suits? Nobody knew that. Take it off. See the label inside. Go on, take it off.
All the way off.
Wow. Hang on. Jonas Banks. That's one of those buy one, get three free ones, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's really nice. How many people were watching him? I was watching him up close. Ought to be ashamed of himself. I want to take time. I want to thank State Farm for me being here. I don't really have to thank them too much. I had 3 teenagers driving, so I kind of feel like this is my money. Just getting some of it back. But guys, I have been blessed with 3 children. My oldest son, we was going to have 2. We was going to have to kill the first one. We had an extra one. But my oldest son is a stand-up comic in New York City. He has his own Comedy Central special, and it's, you can get it on iTunes and stuff. 100% clean, no 4-letter words in his act. I can't be more prouder than that, to have a son that went the way you ought to go in comedy. You don't have to be filthy to make people laugh, and I'm very proud of him. I have another son who has 3 little girls. They were missionaries in Uganda, and I almost threw my life away as a kid because I let other kids convince me that I was worthless. I didn't think my life was going to matter. I have actually have 3 girls. I have a daughter, and who was a cheerleader in college, and she got pregnant when she was in college, and that's not why we sent her. And but she's a single mom, and what a great kid she is, and doing all the things that she has to do. She's raising this baby, little boy, by herself. The day she told me she was pregnant, she said, "I made a mistake. We need to talk." I thought she lost her books. I was so off. But the first thing I told my daughter was, "Don't call your baby a mistake. Don't ever say that." And we have a little boy, Caleb. He's not a mistake. He's an awesome little kid. None of you in this room are mistakes. Don't ever let yourself be convinced in any way, there's any way possible that you're a mistake. Nor it was a mistake that you're here today. There's reasons for everything. And I just hope in some way, I hope you had fun, because life should be fun. We should be able to enjoy it. I hope you go back with your eyes open when you go to your school and look around for kids like me. And just invite one to come eat at your table sometime, and your little group of friends. I mean, you can make such a difference in another kid's life. They don't have to play sports like you or anything like you. They don't have to be as smart as you. They can just come and watch you sometime, just be a part of it, just to be able to use what you have to change someone else's life. That's what this is all about. It was an honor for me to be with you today. A pleasure to be around such good kids. God bless you. Thanks for having me, Steve. It was my pleasure. Thanks so much.
Every kid deserves a shot, says Amelia Murray. If she could make one change in the world, it would be to spread the virtues of participating in activities and sports around, to find a place where all children could be given the opportunity to experience a positive environment and feel good about themselves. She adds, a few minutes of positive interaction, leadership, and the chance at some form of physical or mental outlet might make the difference of a lifetime for them when they're unable to find these things at home. Amelia's selflessness and positive attitude are reflected in everything she does, whether it's playing basketball, cross-country, or track and field at Parkland, acting as goalie on a boys' elite ice hockey travel team, singing in the Viking choir, serving on student council, or educating her school and community on epilepsy. Amelia is proud to have organized a fundraiser for epilepsy awareness and to have convinced her school district to acknowledge and better accommodate epileptic students like her sister Melissa, the person she admires most. It is imperative, Amelia writes, for others to be lifted up rather than pulled down, for there are those, like my little sister, who fight not on the court or field but in everyday circumstances. Winner of the 2012 Scholar Attitude Award from Board of Directors Division A, Amelia earned a 3.97 GPA in 7th grade and so far has a 3.92 in 8th grade. She is co-president of Parkland's Student Council and she placed 4th at state in the discus. She hopes someday to earn a scholarship to play ice hockey at the University of Wisconsin. Justin LaCourcio, recipient of the 2012 Scholar Attitude Award from Board of Directors Division A, believes in looking ahead. He isn't just preparing for this season's athletics or sketching out a plan to attend Stanford or MIT someday. No, he's gazing a little farther into the future. Dreaming about the future and what could be is exciting, Justin writes. I would love to find a way to stop people from getting hurt during military conflicts by designing some type of shield generator that would protect innocent people. Maybe I can work on the next space shuttle or space plane that discovers new life on another planet, or find a way to build a car that uses natural resources. Justin participates in track, cross-country, and basketball, and he plays in the symphonic band. He has earned high honors in 6th, 7th, and 8th grades and took 6th place at state in the 800 meters and 15th in the 1600 as a 7th grader, adding a 10th place finish in cross-country this year. Outside school, he swims, golfs, bowls, and plays baseball and is part of the St. Alphonsus Youth Group. Justin's philosophy is not about winning or losing, but did I do better today than yesterday? Did I give 110% to support my team and play the game or the sport the way it was meant to be played, with honor and integrity? Once again, he is looking ahead. What would you say to your future son or daughter about how you just played the game, he asks. Would they be proud to say that was their mom or dad? Would they want to use their mom or dad as a role model? I want to be able to say yes to all of those when I compete. Music seems to follow Claudia Van Opdorp wherever she goes. Claudia was the only junior high student in her school to be chosen for the IMEA Honor Band, and she performed with them at Augustana College last December. Her attitude toward music isn't just to play along, however. Claudia likes a challenge, and she found one with the French horn. I started playing the single horn that my grandma had given me from when she was in school, Claudia writes. And at a music contest that I attended, I had a judge tell me I should try the double horn, so I did, and I loved it. It wasn't easy, but with hard work and lots of practice, Claudia prevailed with the double French horn. Now she hopes to earn a college scholarship with it. Claudia, the 2012 Scholar Attitude Award winner from Board of Directors Division B, has participated in basketball, volleyball, track, softball, scholarship bowl, cheerleading, band, jazz band, chorus, drama, speech, the Student Council Talent Show, Reading Carnival, and Homework Club. She won the Homeroom Spelling Bee at Anawan and serves as president of Student Council. Last year, she was named the Junior Miss Henry County Fair Queen. As an 8th grader, Claudia has compiled an exemplary 4.08 GPA on a 4.0 scale. She is an enthusiastic volunteer, offering her time and talents to Toys for Tots and Henry County Fair fundraising. Little Miss Blaze, the summer reading program, and helping out at Sacred Heart and Methodist Vacation Bible Schools. But her heart is with Hammond Henry Hospital, where she has worked many hours in the geriatric wing. I have had the pleasure of putting smiles on many faces there, Claudia says. It is such a great feeling. Scholarship and sportsmanship go hand in hand for Geneseo's Quinn Singbush, who firmly believes you can't have one without the other. Boosting your sportsmanship can make your grades rise as well, Quinn concludes. I've noticed around my school in particular that the competitors with good sportsmanship are superb students on and off the field. Quinn is proud of his academic achievement with good reason. So far, he's compiled a 4.14 GPA on a 4.0 scale. Outside the classroom, he plays basketball, football, baseball, and soccer, and he competes in track and field. He also participates in choir and hopes to continue singing as he moves into high school. Choir lets you express yourself, he says, including the fact that it's fun to cut loose with friends and sing. He'd also like to join madrigals in high school, adding a little dance to the mix. When it comes to interscholastic activities, Quinn values the respect of one's opponent and of the game itself, as well as the friendships, support, and fitness aspects of competition. And he remembers one specific incident that motivated him. He'd made a costly turnover in a football game, but his teammates still greeted him with, "Nice try, Quinn," and "You'll get them next time," when he returned to the huddle. The support of his teammates made him realize he was stronger as part of the team, and that being encouraged by friends who were also participating felt pretty good, win or lose. Along with his positive attitude, Quinn has now earned the 2012 Scholar Attitude Award from Board of Directors, Division B.
With Amelia today are her parents, Michelle and Dennis Murray, and the athletic director at McHenry Parkland, Mrs. Sue Reed. Amelia, as was mentioned in the video, your sister is afflicted with epilepsy, and as a result, you've had the chance to educate your school and community about epilepsy, seizures, and the care that is needed for those afflicted with that condition. Your sister has taught you many valuable lessons. But at the same time, you have given her something very special, your unconditional love. From reading your application materials, it is obvious to me that you are a truly caring person. I urge you to continue your caring personality as you move on to high school, on to college, and in your adult life. In this fast-paced world that seems to get faster every day, we need individuals like you who care about all individuals, not just those that can help them in some way, shape, or form. You have achieved much success, and I am confident that you will be successful in all of your future endeavors, and congratulations on winning this award. And with Justin today are his parents, Lori and Michael LaQuercio, and the principal of Wheeling Homes, Mr. Martin Hopkins. Justin, you have achieved quite a bit of success in the IESA state cross-country meets and state track meets. A year ago, as a 7th grader, at our state track meet, you placed 6th in the 800-meter run, and then just this past fall, you placed 10th at our state cross-country meet. And my guess is that you're looking forward to the state track meet again in a couple of weeks. And as a former distance runner, I know how much effort you've put in to get prepared for that race. Long hours of training, running when you don't feel good, extra miles, all of that and more has helped you achieve your success. And as you prepare for high school and beyond, don't be afraid to put forth that same kind of effort in your studies and eventually your chosen profession. There's a strong correlation between hard work and success. And most things that make one successful are a direct result of the amount of work that you put into it. Don't be afraid of that extra work. Embrace it and enjoy all of the rewards that life will give you. Congratulations on all that you have accomplished. Ladies and gentlemen, let's extend our congratulations to Amelia Murray and Justin LaQuercio. Just hang tight. Presenting Amelia and Justin their awards is our board member from Division A, Dr. Scott Herman, who is the principal at Niles Gemini Junior High School. And with Claudia today from Division B are her parents, Juliet and Tony Van Opdorp, and the principal at Anawan, Mr. Wayne Brow. Claudia, counting this year's winners, we have had 289 students win this Scholar Attitude Award. And you are the first of those 289 students who, when we asked what one change they would like to make in the world, indicated that you wished money never existed. And while that answer may seem strange for a junior high school student, I find that answer fascinating. It fascinates me because what it tells me is that you know what is truly important in life. You know what's truly important in the world. It's not how much money we may or may not have. It isn't the biggest or the best or the most of everything. It really is about being a good role model for your fellow students and doing your best in school, volunteering in your community, working hard to achieve success and attain your goals. Basically, all of the things that you have done thus far and you're going to continue to do. You will have many opportunities presented to you in high school next year, and I urge you to take advantage of those opportunities and continue your excellent work in the classroom, on the athletic fields, and in the music arena. Your future is so very bright, and I wish you all the best. And with Quinn today are his parents, Becky and Norm Singbush, and the principal at Geneseo Middle School, Mr. Matt DeBain. Quinn, I'm not sure everyone here today knows the history and tradition of high school football in Geneseo. And for those of you who don't know that history, high school football in Geneseo is a very integral part of their school and their community with numerous IHSA state championships and playoff appearances. In fact, perhaps the greatest play in the history of the NFL has deep roots with Geneseo. Some of you will remember this. During the play known as the Immaculate Reception, when Franco Harris scooped up that throw by Terry Bradshaw, and he ran it in for a touchdown in the final seconds of an AFC playoff game, that pass was intended for Barry Pearson, who played his football where? At Geneseo. Needless to say, Quinn, when you play football for the Maple Leafs, you make a commitment. But it won't be a problem for you, as you already know the key to success is to be committed to a given endeavor. You have been committed to your schoolwork, you've achieved success in the classroom, and that's going to serve you very well if you truly want to be an engineer, as you indicated on your application. You're going to have to apply scientific knowledge, math, ingenuity. All of that is going to take a commitment. It's a task I know you can attain. Congratulations on your award today, and we all wish you the very best. Ladies and gentlemen, representing Division B, here are Claudia Van Opdorp and Quinn Singbush. And presenting Claudia and Quinn their awards is our board member from Division B, Mr. Joe Burrish, who is the superintendent of the Anawan Unit School District.
As a state champion in both the 100 and 200 meter dash, the lead in High School Musical at Mother Macaulay Drama Camp, president of the National Junior Honor Society, and now the winner of the 2012 Scholar Attitude Award from Board of Directors Division C, Hannah Cohn, knows what it means to succeed. She also knows the focus and effort it takes to get there. The values of hard work, dedication, sacrifice, perseverance, fairness, and good sportsmanship are all keys to being successful in life and interscholastic activities, Hannah says. At Mardal Parker Junior High, Hannah has participated in track, cross-country, cheerleading, and choir, but she's also worked hard on her grades. I currently have a perfect GPA, 4.0. I am very proud of this accomplishment and feel that my participation in interscholastic activities has significantly helped me strive for excellence. Hannah also credits her mother's influence. She enrolled me in gymnastics when I was only 3 years old, she writes. This was the first activity of many that my mother used to teach me how to set a goal, work hard, overcome difficulties, and reach high levels of success. Someday Hannah hopes to be a doctor like her mom, although she thinks she'd prefer to be a pediatric plastic surgeon rather than go into obstetrics and gynecology like her mother. I plan to attend Harvard University in order to prepare for the profession of medicine. I have a lifelong interest in plastic surgery, she says. I want to work with children that need facial reconstruction due to birth defect anomalies and burns. She adds, plastic surgery will be my means for helping children be happy. What trait defines Cameron Van Boekel? Hustle. In fact, he's won the Hustle Award at the Yorkville High School basketball camp 3 times. I am very proud of this because it shows that I always try my hardest to be the best I can, says Cameron, who is the recipient of the 2012 Scholar Attitude Award from Board of Directors Division C. It is very important to try your hardest in everything you do. Cameron saw that principle in action even when he had surgery and was forced to sit out of football for more than half the season. Instead of trying to improve his game, he had to concentrate on healing. I would go to every practice and game even though I could not play, he recalls. Being there to provide moral support even when he wasn't physically in the game helped him downplay the pain and still feel like part of the team. In addition to football this year, Cameron has played basketball for 2 years, plus he participated in IMSA as a 7th grader. He did summer camps in baseball, football, basketball, and tennis and hopes to play the first 3 of those in high school. He also volunteered at the school's pancake breakfast and helped out in various activities, from sorting and wrapping Christmas gifts for the needy to delivering meals to seniors through Meals on Wheels and bell ringing for the Salvation Army for his church. As a student, Cameron has made the All-A Honor Roll 3 of his 6 semesters, taken advanced classes in reading, writing, math, science, and history, and earned a 3.94 GPA. He is especially interested in math and science and hopes to study either business or engineering when he gets to college. In sports, there are 3 kinds of competitors: losers, winners, and champions, Molly Kapala says. And Molly, it's easy to see that she's a champion all the way. It's not because of how many home runs she's hit in softball, how many points she's scored in basketball, how many checkmates she's notched in chess games, how many times she's leapt ahead of the pack in long jump. It's because she understands how each piece fits in the bigger picture. A champion is someone who goes to practice early and leaves late, not only for themselves but for their team, Molly writes. Champions are not always the winners, but they choose to learn from what they have done wrong and what they've accomplished and improve in any way they can. In 7th grade, Molly tried out for volleyball. She didn't make the cut. I was very disappointed and I suppose a little embarrassed by this setback, she admits. Then I thought that I needed to make something positive out of this situation. I asked the coach if I could be one of the managers for the team. The coach said yes. And Molly was there, part of the team, when the Spartans went to state, definitely finding the bright side of what had been a major disappointment, and that is the mark of a true champion. Molly has a perfect 4.0 GPA, and she is the 2012 Scholar Attitude Award winner from Board of Directors Division D. She was captain of her softball team, played on the regional championship basketball team, took 4th in the conference track meet in the long jump, finished 6th overall in the state chess tournament, and has earned high honor straight A awards 8 years in a row. Ryan O'Callahan, recipient of the 2012 Scholar Attitude Award from Board of Directors Division D, seems pretty clear on where he's headed. After high school, I plan to attend the University of Notre Dame, just like my older brother, he says. I would like to go into a field of science or medicine, along with a background in writing and business for the side. If that sounds like a tall order, keep in mind all that Ryan has already accomplished, qualifying for the State Science Fair, the National Fluid Power Challenge, and solar and fuel cell-powered car competitions. He made it to state in cross-country and sectionals and track and field, participated in Student Council and National Junior Honor Society, and has maintained a 4.0 GPA throughout his junior high career. And in his spare time, I love to imagine stories and fantasies, he says. I even have a whole book series planned out in my head that I would love to create someday and have published. Watch out for Ryan O'Callahan, doctor, science teacher, businessman, or maybe the author of the next Harry Potter or Hunger Games. Ryan thinks last year's club soccer team has given him his biggest accomplishment so far. Our main defender that played as the sweeper or last man between our goal and the opposing team got stuck on a flight and couldn't attend, he relates. That meant that I had to play his position, a place I had never played before in my life. One hard loss, one frustrating tie, and a shootout later, Ryan's team took home the state championship. In the end, he says, it not only felt fantastic, but taught me the valuable lesson that good things in life take devotion and hard work.
With Hannah today are her parents, Rita McGuire and Jeffrey Cohn, and the principal of Flossmoor Parker, Dr. Vanessa Atkins, and the assistant principal, Mr. Bruce Brzezinski. Hannah, your list of accomplishments to date is simply amazing. And the success that you achieved last year at our state track meets, winning both the 100-meter dash and the 200-meter dash, would seem to be the pinnacle for most. But not for you. You followed that up with something that is more important than winning a race. You achieved straight A's in your first semester in 8th grade. And those grades and effort it took to achieve will help you immensely as you move forward and work toward your goal of being a pediatric plastic surgeon. And we don't have to look very far today to see the need for someone who can do that type of work. Isn't it ironic that our guest speaker today is able to talk and lead the kind of life he leads because of the work of a pediatric plastic surgeon? I hope you'll think of Stephen Bargetzi when you are taking your classes and working toward your goal. I can guarantee you that there will come a time when a particular class is difficult or some other obstacle is going to make you wonder whether or not that's the profession that you should have chosen. Think of Stephen. Think of Stephen. Who knows what would have happened had there not been a pediatric plastic surgeon to help him? You can and will make a difference in the lives of children, but it will take a lot of hard work and determination, the same qualities you've demonstrated thus far. I wish you the very best, and I look forward to seeing you on top of the podium once again at our state track meet in a couple of weeks. And with Cameron today are his parents, Pam and Tom Van Bokel, and the principal of Yorkville Middle School, Mr. Jeff Shimshak. Cameron, in your application, you listed your dad as the person that you most admire because he said he works hard to complete something even when he thinks he cannot do it. And your favorite athlete, Derek Rose, has that same similar characteristic. Your dad did not become a successful builder because he was afraid of working hard. Derek Rose grew up on the south side of Chicago, and his hard work has earned him 2 state high school titles and a most valuable player in the NBA. As I said to Justin earlier, but it bears repeating, there's a strong correlation between hard work and success. And your dad and Derek Rose are just 2 of those examples. Having won your school's Hustle Award, the success you've achieved in the classroom, and the volunteer work that you've done in your community, it shows a real understanding of the importance of always giving your best effort. And I hope it's a trait that you never change. You have set some lofty goals, and given the foundation you have set for your future, I have no doubt that you will succeed in all of your future endeavors. Ladies and gentlemen, please extend your congratulations to Hannah Cohn and Cameron Van Bokel. And presenting Hannah and Cameron their awards is our board member for Division C, Mr. Chris Collins, who is the principal at Glenside Middle School in Glendale Heights. And with Molly today are her parents, Teresa and Jim Kapala, and the athletic director at Summit Hill Junior High, Mr. Fred Pewfall. Molly, in the video we just watched about you, it was mentioned that you were cut from your 7th grade volleyball team. And rather than sulk and get down about it, you decided to turn it into a positive by becoming a manager for your team. You were then part of a team and you shared in the highs and lows as you advanced to the IESA finals that year. You know, and that situation is really the essence of junior high activities and junior high sports. The ability to make a positive out of a negative happens all of the time in sports. Michael Jordan gets cut from his freshman basketball team and yet goes on to become the greatest basketball player we know. Jim Abbott is born with one arm and goes on to pitch a no-hitter for the New York Yankees. And Bethany Hamilton is a young 13-year-old surfer phenom who loses an arm to a shark attack, and 2 years later is a professional surfer and now the subject of a current motion picture, Soul Surfer. What drove these people to turn a negative into a positive? I'm not sure I know that answer. But whatever that answer is, you have that same spirit and determination. That same spirit and determination that led you to be our state champion in chess this past February when you captured first place honors. You will go on to do fantastic things, whether it be in the field of law, the architecture field. Work hard, do your best, and remember, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. I wish you the very best in all of your future endeavors. And with Ryan today are his parents, Kathy and Neil O'Callahan, and the language arts teacher and track coach at Lockport Oak Prairie, Mr. Kenrick Bond. Ryan, the person you most admire, your older brother Tom, sounds like a terrific brother, friend, and role model. And while you look up to him, don't ever think for a moment that he doesn't look to you for inspiration as well. When he heard how you were able to lead your soccer team to that championship, when he heard that you had won this award, when he was made aware that you would like to end all hate groups that exist today, when you follow his lead and attend the University of Notre Dame, he's going to say to his friends, "You can't believe all the good things that my younger brother Ryan has accomplished." And whether you know it or not, you are teaching him just as much as he is teaching you. Your academic record is superb. You had 56 grades on your transcript, and all 56 grades were A's. You are most deserving of this award, and I wish you the very best in your high school career and possibly that Fighting Irish career as well. Congratulations to you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm welcome to Molly Kapala and Ryan O'Callahan. And presenting Molly and Ryan their awards will be our board member from Division D, Mrs. Beth Lind, who is the principal at Frankfort Summit Hill Junior High School.
Attitudes are contagious. Is yours worth catching? Asks Elena Harms. As she continues to lead by example, Elena shows that her attitude is definitely worth passing around. This IESA opportunity is an incredible honor, she writes, and I'm also proud of my straight A's all through my school career. But if I have to choose one single feat so far, I would say I'm very proud of winning the Falcon Award in track my 7th grade year. At Flanagan, the Falcon Award is given for attitude and effort. Elena ran the mile, the 4x400 relay, and she jumped long jump. Even though the relay was not her favorite event by a long shot, she still ran it when her coach asked, and she tried to do it with a positive attitude and enthusiasm. That was why I won the Falcon Award, she says. Even though I wasn't the star runner, I earned it for doing the right thing. Elena adds the 2012 Scholar Attitude Award from Board of Directors Division E to her long list of accolades, including that Falcon Award, as well as being named Flanagan's Outstanding Student in Math, Reading, Language Arts, and Science, earning MVP and Team Captain honors in Scholastic Bowl, making the High Honor Roll, and 5 times being nominated for Student of the Month. In addition to track and Scholastic Bowl, Elena plays softball and volleyball, sings in the chorus, competes on the speech team, plays clarinet in the band, and has participated in the solo and ensemble music contests as well as IMEA band auditions. In high school, she'd like to add Student Council and National Honor Society and maybe, just maybe, be valedictorian of her class. For Prairie Central's Kyler Knapp, it's not so much about choosing among athletics, activities, and academics, but about taking them all on at the same time. That means playing baseball and basketball, competing in improvisation and duet acting and speech, and participating in Scholastic Bowl, FFA, and Student Council. Along with the 2012 Scholar Board of Directors Division E, Kyler has received his baseball team's Most Improved and the Scholastic Bowl's Most Conscientious Awards, as well as the Judge's Choice accolade for his duet in speech competition. He's also earned a Junior Scientist Award and citations of excellence in English, literature, and social studies, and he took second place overall in the Prairie Central Math Contest, with several first, second, and third places in individual math contests. And just to top it off, he's been named PCJH Student of the Week and Athlete of the Week with multiple Hawk Eye honors. It hasn't been easy, and Kyler hasn't always succeeded on the first try. He considers 7th grade baseball to be an example of how perseverance has worked for him. Going into tryouts, I was kind of the underdog and outsider, he says. Most of the other athletes had played travel league baseball for the past couple of years, while I had only played with the Boys and Girls Club, which is far less advanced. Although he was not a starter at the beginning, struggling at the plate, he began to impress the coach with his defense, and he got a shot in the outfield. That led to more chances to prove himself, and by the end of the season, Kyler was the starting shortstop and leadoff hitter with the highest batting average on the team. And that's how you get to be Most Improved. Samantha Bluth, the 2012 Scholar Attitude Award winner from Board of Directors Division F, has her sights set on changing the world. Samantha has already spent parts of her life in China, and she hopes one day to become an international journalist or filmmaker, someone who can make a difference by raising awareness of global issues like poverty. What's amazing is that she's only in 8th grade, and she's already made major steps in that direction. As Samantha tells the story, what started as a school report ended up changing the lives of hundreds of children. I chose to report on the conditions of a migrant school I helped teach at with my mom, not far from the international school that I attended overseas in China. The report led to a video and a piece in a magazine, and things began to snowball. Gifts poured in for the impoverished school. More people began to offer help, and soon Samantha was spearheading a campaign to get sponsorships for the school, and in her words, raising an incredible amount of money. She continues, "It seemed at the beginning like I was doing a really small thing, just telling them about something I cared about. But in the end, I helped these kids who didn't have enough heat, electricity, and running water." Samantha has run cross-country and track, played softball and volleyball, swam with the Dunlap Dolphins, and participated in speech, student council, and the science fair. She also has a perfect 4.0 GPA. As part of her plan to bring people together by opening the door to other people's lives, she's taken French and Chinese lessons and gone to photography workshops and Apple movie-making camp. Today, Dunlap, tomorrow, the world. In his sportsmanship essay for the 2012 Scholar Attitude Awards, Nathan Corman quotes Vince Lombardi, "The real glory is being knocked to your knees and then coming back." And that's something Nathan knows a little about. He hadn't played basketball before 7th grade, and he'd been working hard to learn the proper skills and mindset. But a few weeks into the season, Nathan suffered an accident that left him with a lacerated kidney. He was ordered to stay home from school for 2 weeks and away from any physical activity for a month. But with the help of his parents, teachers, coach, and teammates, Nathan was able to stay focused on healing, returning to basketball soon enough to reach the state tournament with his team. Knocked down, he got back up. At Monmouth ICS, Nathan has played basketball and soccer in both 7th and 8th grade, and in the summers played baseball with Midwest League and Lions League teams. Last year, the Lions League handed him its Vernon Schwab Sportsmanship Award. Nathan also participated in band and the science fair. He won the local Knights of Columbus Free Throw Championship, as well as the ICS Spelling Bee and Geography Bee, and acted as president of the National Junior Honor Society. Recipient of the 2012 Scholar Attitude Award from Board of Directors Division F, Nathan Corman has compiled a perfect 4.0 GPA. He loves science and hopes to study it in college. He says, "I think science is an important field of study because so many of the problems humans face today can be made better by scientific research and discoveries. I would love to be able to contribute to that research and help solve some of those problems."
Elena, you have set a very high goal for yourself in high school. You indicated in your application that we heard on the video that you want to be your high school's class valedictorian. That doesn't leave a lot of room for error. Your transcript for grades 7 and 8, like many of your fellow winners here this afternoon, contain all A's. And that tells me that you have the book smarts to reach your goal. Whether or not you attain that goal is up to you. Don't feel like studying after a basketball practice some night? That's okay, but remember your goal. You don't feel like rewriting a paper after a long day at a music contest? That's okay, but remember your goal. Don't feel like getting out of bed someday and going to school because you got home late from a volleyball match? Talk to your parents. But remember your goal. Think of your life as a book. You're the author of the book, and you control the pen. And that gives you so much power. Are you going to write a masterpiece? Time will only tell, but I have a feeling that given all of your success you have achieved thus far, you will write a bestseller. Congratulations on your accomplishments, and best of luck to you in high school and beyond. And with Kyler today is his mom, Gwen Knapp, his uncle, Mark Steffen, and the language arts teacher at Prairie Central, Janita Vogel. Kyler, it's ironic that you indicated that the feat you are most proud of is the success you achieved in your 7th grade year of baseball, given your fears starting that season. When the season was over, you were the team's leading hitter, you had played the most innings, you had batted leadoff, and achieved all kinds of other awards. Your coach gave you a chance, and you responded. Isn't it amazing what a coach can do? Your coach, much like Coach Davis did for me, instilled confidence in me. Your coaches can instill confidence in you. They will make you a better player, a better teammate, and showed you that practicing hard does have its rewards. So as you move on to high school, continue to be that great teammate. Work extra hard in practice. Stand up for your beliefs, much like your close friend does. And in doing so, you will be prepared to meet the demands of the engineering, medical, or agriculture field that you would like to study. Congratulations on all of your accomplishments and on receiving this award. Ladies and gentlemen, please greet Elena Harms and Kyler Knapp. And presenting Elena and Kyler their awards is Ms. Deb Derby, the principal at Streeter Woodland, who's our Board of Directors representative for Division E. And with Samantha today are her parents, Cheryl and Thomas Bluth, and the principal of Dunlap Valley Middle School, Mr. Jason Holmes. Samantha you have experienced so many things at such a young age, it's almost scary. Most United States citizens have never been out of our country, yet you attended a school in China. And as the video said, while you were there, you helped teach at a migrant school, and a small project and a simple idea later, you have helped to completely turn around the lives of so many Chinese students. You may never know the full impact you have had on those students at that school, but what you learned from that experience is something that will remain with you for life. The lesson you learned is really the very essence, the very theme of this entire day. You really can do anything if you put your mind to it. How in the world can a young girl from Dunlap, Illinois, impact the lives of children thousands of miles away? I applaud you for your efforts, and given that you were able to raise money for a migrant school in China as a grade school student, I have no doubt that you will achieve your goal of opening people's eyes to world problems through journalism and documentaries. Congratulations on all of your accomplishments, and everyone here today encourages you to continue to do your very best. And with Nathan today are his parents, Amy and Rudy Corman, and the athletic director of Monmouth Immaculate Conception, Mr. Lyman Shar. Nathan, in the past 2 years, your school has advanced to the Final 8 of the Class 1A IESA State Basketball Tournament. Unfortunately, your team lost in the first round each year, which I'm sure was very disappointing to you and your teammates. But the great thing about those 2 trips is that you got to experience something very unique, something very special, and something thousands of other students in this state all wanted but never got a chance to experience. You made it to the state finals. Hopefully that experience hasn't been lost in the disappointment of losing in the first round, but truly, but especially at our level, it's not whether your team wins or whether your team loses. It's really about how you handle yourself, win or lose. Your grandfather Corman taught you many of those lessons, and as you continue on to high school, college, and into your adult life, learn something from everything. You can learn just as much after a win as you can after a loss. By doing so, you will be carrying on those same qualities in your life that your grandfather taught you. Everyone here wishes you the very best, and congratulations on all of your accomplishments. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm welcome to Samantha Bluth and Nathan Corman. Presenting Samantha and Nathan their awards is our board member from Division F, Mr. Tony Frost, who is the principal at Elmwood Elementary School.
As an outstanding student, Allie Bunting values her teachers. There's one teacher in particular who stands out for Allie, her dad. He's been there for me ever since I was little, teaching me about sports and life and what it takes to succeed, she says. He started off teaching, then got his master's degree to be a principal, and is now working toward his superintendent's endorsement. To me, that is a huge accomplishment, and that makes me want to work hard too. Winner of the 2012 Scholar Attitude Award from Board of Directors Division G, Allie aspires to follow in her father's footsteps someday, perhaps attending Eastern Illinois University to become a PE teacher and then a principal too. My favorite class of the day is PE. I enjoy all the physical activity and I love being around my PE teachers, Allie explains. I really want to coach a sport too. Coaches motivate players to be better, and that is something I think would be awesome to do. Allie has played basketball and volleyball and thrown the discus and track for 3 years. She's also participated in choir, speech, the school newspaper, science club, math team, and typing with the stars. And she was a badminton champion in 6th and 7th grades. All that effort has earned her W and A awards in 6th and 7th grade for getting all A's, honor roll 5 semesters so far, and school and county records in discus. To break the records, I threw a distance of 88 feet, she recalls. I am proud because this achievement didn't just happen overnight. That day I was overjoyed with a sense of accomplishment and realized that all of my hard work counted for something. I'm proud of everything it took to win. Jacob Emerson remembers every single thing about his experience in the IESA state track meet last year, even the smell wafting off the barbecue grills. All year, my friends and I worked hard knowing we could represent St. Anne, Jacob recalls. We wanted to go to state, but we didn't run against anyone who pushed us. Finally at state, we could see how fast we really were. I remember getting to the track, overlooking it from a nearby hill, smelling the barbecue and seeing all of the people. I was intimidated. After the meet, I wasn't intimidated anymore, but I was proud. I was proud to have been given that opportunity, proud to run with such exceptional athletes, and proud to have done that well. Jacob's 4x100 relay took 3rd place at the state meet, plus he finished in the top 10 in long jump. He was named MVP of that state qualifying track team. He has served as captain of both his baseball and basketball teams, won the conference title in the 100-meter dash and 4x100, and was conference runner-up in long jump. Jacob has received 6 first-place medals in IESA music competitions, plus awards for his pitching, his basketball defense, and his sportsmanship. Along with baseball, basketball, and track, Jacob has participated in Team Quest, math team, concert band, marching band, jazz band, the academically talented program, the school anti-drug, anti-alcohol program, and he was a student advocate to the Board of Education for the use of e-readers. With all of that on his resume, Jacob Emerson has more than earned the 2012 Scholar Attitude Award from Board of Directors Division G. Jen Ayersman doesn't just talk a good game when it comes to sportsmanship, she lives it. During her 8th grade basketball season, after a game against Pontiac, Jen's coach came back to the locker room to tell the girls something he'd just heard from the Pontiac coach. The opposing coach had told him, "Hey, number 5 has the best sportsmanship I have ever seen in all 12 years of my coaching experience. She just impressed me so much by the way she carried herself and continued to have a great attitude." In relating that story, Jen doesn't say whether her team won or lost. She does say this: "Sometimes as athletes we get so caught up in our season's record, making it to state or just plain winning. The true reason we compete should be for the love of the game. Winning is not everything." With a perfect 4.0 GPA at El Paso Gridley, Jen is the 2012 Scholar Attitude Award recipient from Board of Directors Division H. She is a 4-sport athlete, competing in softball, basketball, volleyball, and track and field. And she has still found time for student council, chorus, show choir, math counts, and IESA solo and ensemble contest. Jen's mother is former ISU basketball great Beth Landis Ayersman, a Bone Scholar and academic All-American who still holds the ISU record for 20 field goals in a game. Following her mom's leadership example, Jen captained her 8th grade basketball team, started in softball, basketball, and volleyball, and enjoyed a regional championship with her volleyball teammates. She also participated in 4-H, Active, Apostolic Christian Adopt-A-Friend, FCA Summer Camp, and the Gridley Gliders swim team. And she walked in a St. Jude fundraiser. Connor Kennedy's junior high life is very busy, but he finds time for his chess team. Being in the chess club isn't the most popular thing in junior high. I've gotten teased a bit, Connor says. I asked them why it matters that I play chess, and that made most of them stop. He concludes, "My social and communication skills that I've learned from being so involved in interscholastic activities helped me work out the problem." He used the problem-solving ability from his classes and the can-do attitude from athletics, and he made it work. That combination is part of what makes Connor the recipient of the Scholar Attitude Award from Board of Directors Division H. Connor has never had a grade lower than an A, not even an A- during his junior high career. "I understand my education is a valuable part of my life, so I make it a priority, even though I have very little free time," he says. Captain of the wrestling team this year, Connor also made it to the state track meet in the 4x100 relay, and he was named Most Outstanding Musician in Band. His chess team played at state the past 2 years, with the team making second at state as 7th graders and third as 8th graders, and Connor placed 5th individually. In wrestling, he won the 135-pound weight class sectional championship this past winter. However, due to injury, was unable to participate at the state meet. Outside of school, Connor is a member of the Order of the Arrow in Boy Scouts. He is active in his church youth group and a volunteer at the Midwest Food Bank, Safe Harbor Homeless Shelter, and Evergreen Nursing Home, and he has rung a bell or two for the Salvation Army. He played pony baseball, and he was named MVP of the Twin City Tigers football team.
With Allie today are her parents, Janet and James Bunting, and the principal of Watseka Glen Raymond, Mr. Ryan McGuckin. Allie, I applaud your desire to be a PE teacher and a coach someday. That's not to say that those who want to be doctors or lawyers or architects are choosing the wrong profession. It's just that regardless of how education might change, we are always going to need good teachers. Teachers who care. Teachers who inspire their students. Teachers who are able to challenge their students. And while you probably know this, but I hope you will always remember that a coach is first and foremost a teacher. A coach's classroom is the playing field or the court. And we should never doubt the power and responsibility that a teacher or coach has in the lives of their students and players. My guess is that if we went around this room today, all of us would be able to name a teacher or a coach who was important in our life. You will have that opportunity to be a student's favorite teacher as long as you continue to work hard and set your goals. You set a goal to break your school's discus throw record, and you attained that goal last year. You know that that didn't just happen. It took hard work and practice. Continue to work hard. Continue to practice hard. Practice hard in all of your endeavors, and I am sure one day that we will know you as Coach Bunting. Congratulations on your award today. And with Jacob and his parents are Barbara and Dale Emerson and the athletic director of St. Anne, Mr. Brad Welch. Jacob, you mentioned that when you saw the site of that state track meet last year, the number of people that were in attendance and the number of competitors, that you were a bit intimidated. And after the meet, you said you weren't nearly as intimidated. There's a very good life lesson there in what took place when you were at the state meet. Rarely are things as intimidating as they may seem at first. And once you can understand that task at hand and figure out how to attack the problem or the situation, the challenge or obstacle becomes less intimidating. So as you move on to high school and into college in hopes of eventually becoming a lawyer, don't let that situation that appears to be intimidating stop you from moving forward. You succeeded last year when you were initially intimidated, and you will succeed in the future because you now know that even intimidating situations aren't nearly as insurmountable as they may initially seem. Good luck next year in high school, and I hope to see you in a few weeks at our state track meet in East Peoria as well. Ladies and gentlemen, let's meet Allie Bunting and Jacob Emerson. And presenting Allie and Jacob their awards will be Mr. Kenny Lee, who is our board member from Division G and is the superintendent of the Watseka School District. With Jen today is her mom, Beth Arrowsman, and her grandmother, Pat Landis, and the principal of El Paso Gridley, Mr. Robbie Tomlinson. Jen, I am sure that October 2009 will always be a time that you never forget. Losing your dad to cancer at such a young age doesn't seem right, and yet somehow, some way, you, your brother, your sister, and your mom have found the strength to move forward and be very successful. You indicated that if you could make one change in the world, it would be to find a cure for cancer. And I am positive that I speak for everyone in this room that your desire to end the world of that disease would be most welcome, as I am sure that everyone in this room has been affected by that disease in some way, shape, or form. As I said, you still manage to work hard, achieve success in the classroom and in the athletic arena. And that pain of losing your dad will always be with you, but hopefully so will the joy that comes from achieving both team and personal success. There's a very simple name for the highs and lows that you have experienced. It's called life. And each day you have a choice. You can make the most of what life gives you, or you can let life dictate your path. And I can tell from reading your application, you are the type of person who is going to make the most of what life gives you. And in the course of those next 8 years, life is going to challenge you and give you so many opportunities. Take advantage of those opportunities and continue to be successful. And by doing so, you will be honoring your dad and keeping your dreams alive. Congratulations on your award. And with Connor today are his parents, Peggy and Ron Kennedy, and the associate principal at Parkside Junior High School, Mr. Mike Clark. Connor, within the span of 5 days this past March, you experienced firsthand, as was always said in the opening of ABC's Wide World of Sports, the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. On a Saturday, you won the wrestling sectional championship with the right to go to the state wrestling finals. And 2 days before the finals were set to begin, you broke your arm and your dream of being a state champion was gone. And I can only imagine your disappointment. But after reading your application for this award, something strikes me that your disappointment was short-lived. You are such a well-rounded young man. Your participation in other activities like chess and band and track, to go along with your superb academic record, has you set for success in high school and beyond. And too many students today want to specialize. They want to focus on just one sport. I hope that you'll play them all in high school, and by doing so, you will become a student who can adjust to whatever life might give you, which will help you achieve all of your goals and dreams. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a big welcome for Jen Arrowsman and Connor Kennedy. And presenting Jen and Connor their awards is our board member from Division H, Mr. Tony Ingold, who is the superintendent of East Peoria Central District 86.
There really isn't anything Jordan Eads can't do. You name it, cheerleading, basketball, volleyball, track, softball, newspaper, band, scholastic bowl, theater, literature. She's done it all in her 3 years at Cerro Gordo Middle School, and she's maintained a perfect 4.0 GPA along the way. Still, Jordan picks her 2012 Scholar Attitude Award winner from Board of Directors Division I as her proudest moment. I was chosen as Student of the Month in December, she recalls. At the school board meeting where I was recognized for that, my principal announced that I had been chosen to represent my school with the 2012 IESA Scholar Attitude Award. It was an amazing feeling. She adds, I really appreciate how my teachers noticed my hard work on my academics. I'm overjoyed to see how my determination in my schooling as well as interscholastic activities is really really paying off. Jordan doesn't plan to give up the hard work and determination anytime soon. She would like to study medicine someday with the idea of becoming a children's neurologist. In November of 2011, I was diagnosed with an arachnoid cyst on the lower right ventricle of my brain, she writes. I was sent to St. Louis Children's Hospital the following week. Seeing all those children in need made me decide that I wanted to become a children's neurologist so that I could help kids just like me. Jordan has been band president and treasurer, and she's been named Student of the Week 3 times, plus Student of the Year last year. She's received awards in music, art, and literature, and she won her team's Hustle Award in basketball. When Dallas McClain talks about the person he admires most, you can understand what makes Dallas himself stand out. He looks up to basketball player Deron Williams, someone he calls the best point guard in the NBA, but not for his fabulous stats or his lofty position. What Dallas admires is Williams' humble and unselfish attitude on and off the court, as well as how he gives back to the community and helps others that are in need. He writes, Deron isn't just thinking about himself, he is doing his best to help others as much as possible. Dallas may have a stellar resume with a perfect 4.0 GPA, awards for Mathematician of the Year and Outstanding Spanish Student, a Scribe and Scroll Award for Excellence in Language Arts, and being named a Decatur Area All-Star in basketball. But he already knows there's more to achievement than honors: humility, generosity, helping others. Those traits are reflected in Dallas's belief that friendship, respect, and integrity are key components of team sports. Dallas, who is the recipient of the 2012 Scholar Attitude Award from Board of Directors Division I, has been a volunteer with the Special Olympics and the 21st Century After School program. And he has participated in American Youth Baseball, the Decatur Memorial Hospital Sports Enhancement Program, and the Junior Football League. His communication skills are top-notch, and he would like to attend the University of Illinois, both to play basketball and to study communications with the hope of becoming a sports analyst on TV. And if his dreams come true and he makes it to the NBA, Dallas would love to do what he can for the Decatur community, giving back and helping others like his idol, Deron Williams. Gabrielle Torrance has experienced a dizzying array of activities in the junior high chapter of her story. And a good story, she chooses J.K. Rowling, author of the Harry Potter books, as her most admired person, and she cites Rowling's work ethic and charitable efforts as part of the reason why. Rowling is a strong woman that never stopped trying, Gabrielle notes. She is a prime example of how hard work really can have great benefits. Gabrielle loves to read, and she's an excellent writer, too. In first grade, Gabrielle penned a story that was made into a play by Children's Play Theater in Chicago. Plus, she won her school's DARE essay contest. I would like to somehow include this love of reading and writing in my future plans, Gabrielle says. If she does end up as a writer of fiction like J.K. Rowling, she may end up with something very different from a wizard as her main character, however. How about a heifer? Gabrielle is very proud to have trained a Hereford named Lily, who was selected as the 2011 Midwest Regional Junior Hereford Show Grand Champion. That experience has made her think that she might like to go into veterinary medicine or animal genetics someday. Winner of the 2012 Scholar Attitude Award from Board of Directors Division J, Gabrielle has a perfect 4.0 GPA. She has participated in band, jazz band, choir, swing choir, student council, basketball, volleyball, and newspaper, and she won the school spelling bee. She was selected to the IMEA All-District Honor Band, plus she has top ratings in competitions for piano, voice, and bassoon. She was captain of the 7th grade Scholastic Bowl team and a member of the team that won its regional, and she has been very active in 4-H. Jackson Allen, the 2012 Scholar Attitude Award winner from Board of Directors Division J, is definitely a product of his environment. It's not just that Jackson has grown up in a rural area and hopes to study agriculture someday, but that his roots go deep in Ashland. He notes that his grandfather, Harold Allen, is well known in the Ashland community, which he came to after a stint in the U.S. Army and a brief time at the University of Illinois. Harold Allen left the U of I when he felt he needed to work to support his new wife and baby. He then went to Ashland, Illinois, and started a small grocery store, Jackson writes. He has owned and operated this successful business for over 50 years. Seeing him in action has taught me the importance of working hard. And that's exactly what Jackson has done, balancing the demands of baseball, basketball, track, band, and Future Farmers of America with his academics, earning high honor roll and top grades in English. science, literature, agriculture, band, and PE throughout his middle school years. He's been named Best Defensive Player and Most Improved in basketball and given the Redbird Award in track. Plus, he has been singled out for his exemplary hustle in baseball and basketball. Jackson credits his interscholastic activities with enhancing his self-confidence and communication skills, helping him reach outside Ashland when necessary, and preparing him for a college career in a larger town. This year, our school made a drastic change, he says. We formed a new sports co-op with a larger school. I immediately met new people. Without the social skills that I had acquired from interscholastic activities, it would have been very difficult.
With Jordan today are her parents, Kathy and Glenn Eads, and the principal at Cerro Gordo, Mr. Gary Page III. Jordan, earlier we met Hannah Cohn from Parker Junior High School in Flossmoor, and she indicated that she wants to attend Harvard after graduation from high school. And you indicated that you'd like to attend Harvard as well. I must admit the two of you have set some lofty goals, and you might want to friend each other on Facebook. And who knows, maybe you'll be the first two IESA Scholar Attitude Award winners who end up being college roommates. But to achieve that goal, you'll have to make your education a priority in your life. And looking at your transcript, I can tell that you've already done that. Your combination of participating in so many activities that Cerro Gordo offers to its students and your excellent grades has you well on your way to that goal. And please do me a favor. Do not rest on your junior high accomplishments. There is so much more to this world than what takes place in junior high school. The world is full of people who thought that just because they succeeded at the junior high level, they would automatically succeed at high school and beyond. And that simply isn't true. Continue to work hard and don't settle for second best. With the right attitude and a real desire to succeed, you can attain that goal of becoming a doctor, and we can look forward to one day calling you Dr. Eads. And congratulations on your award today. And with Dallas today is his mom, Kim Halluson, and Mr. Howard Edwards, the principal at Stephen Decatur Middle School. I think that might be wrong. Is Mr. Edwards here? I'm not sure. Okay, he's not here. You know why, Dallas? We're putting all the focus on you. Dallas, as we just learned from watching your video, Darren Williams is an important figure in your life. When he played basketball at the University of Illinois, Darren was not necessarily the best player on that team that finished second in the nation. Dee Brown and Luther Head were thought of as better players than Darren. So how did Darren Williams go on to achieve more success and a more decorated NBA career? I hope one thing that you have learned is that he achieved his NBA superstardom status because of the hard work and long hours of practice he put in. He's been committed to making himself the very best player he can be. It is those same attributes that you will want to apply in your life so that you can achieve success in your chosen field. If that field is sports communication, television, or if by chance you go on to achieve your career goal of playing in the NBA, talent alone is not going to help you. What is going to help you, first and foremost, is a good education. Continue to strive for the same type of grades that you've received at Stephen Decatur. You may not reach your goal of playing in the NBA, but I assure you that as long as you have a good education and you work hard, you will have more successes than you will failures. And congratulations on all of your accomplishments. Ladies and gentlemen, please meet Jordan Eads and Dallas McLean. Presenting Jordan and Dallas their awards will be our board member from Division I, Mr. Jerry Berkey, who's the principal at Mount Zion Junior High School. With Gabrielle today are her parents, Monica and Scott Torrance, and the principal at Macomb Junior High School, Mrs. Dana Isaacson. Gabrielle, each student that we are honoring here today is unique in his or her own way. And if you don't believe me, then watch this. I would like to see the hands of all the individuals in this room that have watched the birth of a baby calf and helped deliver one. You have done this job, and you can see that not many others have done that job. And you are unique. The very essence of this award is to recognize a student of your caliber, a student who has participated in her school activities, a student who is academically talented, a student who has drive and ambition, and a student who's been involved in her community. You are all of this and more. You've participated in music programs, student council, basketball, volleyball, and scholastic bowl. With your extensive involvement in your local 4-H club, I wonder when you have time to be just a girl from Macomb. But the truth is that your involvement in all of those activities is what has made you successful thus far. High school will provide you opportunities to get even more involved in athletics and activities and clubs. And likely you will not be able to do them all, so I simply urge you to do your very best in all that you do, to have fun and continue to do the things that have made you who you are today. Congratulations on your award. And with Jackson today are his parents, Jennifer and John Allen, and the principal at AC Central, Mr. Dan Williams. Jackson, I can totally relate to the admiration you have for your grandpa and the small grocery store that he started. My grandpa worked at a small family-owned grocery store in Westville, Illinois. And when we visited Grandpa, I got the chance to see him interact with customers on a level that today's mega stores can't even comprehend. I am sure your grandpa's interaction with his customer was very much the same way as my grandpa's, and your grandpa's work ethic has resonated with you and taught you the value of hard work. You have learned some very valuable lessons because in today's fast-paced world of, I have to have everything right now, that personal touch has somehow gone out the window. So as you continue on to high school and perhaps to Western Illinois University to study agriculture, I hope those lessons that you've learned from your grandpa remain with you throughout life. Take the time to stop and smell the roses. Take the time to truly get to know your friends and family. Continue to work hard in your classrooms. Have fun in your activities. And by doing so, you will honor your grandpa and be successful no matter what life might bring. Congratulations on your award today. Ladies and gentlemen, let's meet Gabrielle Torrance and Jackson Allen. Presenting Gabrielle and Jackson their awards is our board member from Division J, is Mrs. Dana Isaacson, who's the principal at Macomb Junior High School.
Mariana Bakaki has been in the United States for only 4 years, 4 short years, to polish her English, make friends, and carve out a place for herself. I used to live in Greece, Mariana explains. As you can imagine, moving to another school in another country was rather difficult. When I came here, my English was poor, thus I did not have many friends. In the spring of that first year, when I was in 5th grade, I started doing track and field, and that sport not only introduced me to a lot of new friends, it also helped me learn English faster. 4 years ago, Mariana was racing to pick up the language, and now here she is taking home awards for her poetry, singing in Next Generation School's musical, winning Letter to the Author and Story Shop contests, and entering the Youth Literature Festival. It's pretty clear Mariana has mastered her English. She also has a perfect 4.0 GPA, and she took a silver badge in a national French contest. She was chosen first in Best Gravity Design and first in Best Aesthetics and Construction Design at the University of Illinois Women in Engineering Games Camp. Mariana is the 2012 Scholar Attitude Award winner from Board of Directors Division K. In addition to track and field, Mariana has competed in basketball and volleyball. She has participated in the school science fair and Nano Days, as well as the Math Olympiad. For NGS, Mariana worked with Green Purpose on a zero waste project for the environment, and she's volunteered at a food bank and a refugee center. She's also volunteered at 3 Hierarchs Church and pitched in the Mega Workathon at Empty Tomb. Clearly, Mariana is right where she belongs. When he came face to face with bullying, Nick McHale didn't crumble, and he didn't just walk away. He founded the No Bullies Zone instead. At the start of the school year, one kid in particular talked behind my back and made fun of me, Nick explains. I think being in student council helped me because I was able to talk to a teacher who is our student council leader and other encouraging adults, and they gave me helpful advice. It took courage for me to stand up to the boy, and I am hoping he will now make better decisions. The recipient of the 2012 Scholar Attitude Award from Board of Directors Division K, Nick has seen a direct benefit from his participation in school activities. Being in sports and the president of the Student Council has helped me learn how to inspire others by being a role model and leader, he says. In addition to the No Bullies Zone, Nick has founded the Pup Squad, a student cheering section for Muhammad Seymour Games. He's played basketball and baseball, run track, and played percussion in the band. Nick has earned a perfect 4.0 GPA with high honor roll every semester. He was captain of his basketball team, earned a spot on the 25-plus consecutive free throws club, and helped his baseball team to regional and sectional championships with an Elite 8 appearance in 7th grade. Showing just how well-rounded he is, Nick also took home awards for reading the most books in 6th grade and creating art, with 6 pieces chosen for the Celebrate Art display. He is on travel teams in baseball, basketball, and football. He swims, plays golf, and racquetball, and he is a camp huddle leader with the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Speaking up, loud and proud, is a lesson Charlie Ulrich learned from her grandfather, Glenn Austin, someone she calls very wise. I know I can always count on him to tell me the truth no matter how ugly it may be, Charlie writes. He comes to many of my basketball and volleyball games, and his yelling and whooping voice can be heard above everyone in the crowd. At church, he sings in the choir, and everyone can hear him. He sings loud and proud. It puts a smile on everyone's faces. From her grandfather, she learned about speaking up, and then she needed to add the ability to know when to stay quiet. Charlie admits she has a quick mouth that has at times caused problems. But once I started middle school, and especially once I started participating in sports, she says, I learned that if I didn't hold my tongue, then I wouldn't be on the team. I learned very quickly when to speak my mind and when, quite frankly, to shut up. I am so glad I chose to be in these sports and activities. Charlie plays basketball and volleyball and participates in student council, band, and the high school marching band. She also makes her voice heard in Scholastic Bowl and in the chorus. The 2012 Scholar Attitude Award winner from Board of Directors Division L, Charlie has straight A's and a perfect 4.0 GPA. She placed 3rd in the school spelling bee, 2nd at Team Quest, and she took 1st place with both her drum solo and ensemble in IESA music competitions. As part of a mission trip, she traveled to Joplin, Missouri to help clean up after the recent tornadoes, speaking out with her actions as well as her words. We didn't have a winning season this year, Danny Allenson says, but I am proud that I stepped up to the challenge and had a great 8th grade season as a Crestwood Eagle basketball player. For Danny, stepping up is what counts. That can mean giving his best effort off the bench, in basketball, acting as a role model and mentor for young kids, going door to door to inform Paris residents about a school referendum, or getting ready to take his place in the world to make a difference. He's now a starter in basketball, plus he is a first baseman and pitcher in baseball, and he competes in track and field, Scholastic Bowl, and Geography B. He is in the Gifted and Talented program, along with art club and chorus, and he has done very well in the Edgar County All-School Art Competition. He also sang and danced in Honk, the Ugly Duckling musical. Danny is a recipient of the 2012 Scholar Attitude Award from Board of Directors Division L. He hopes someday to study biomedical engineering at Butler University, the alma mater of both of his parents. His interest in the medical field may stem in part from a scary incident last August when his dad had a heart attack. Danny's dad is now doing well, with changes in the family's health regimen and help from Crestwood staff and students. I am thankful for my friends, teachers, coaches, and everyone at Crestwood who helped our family get through a rough time, Danny says. Interscholastic activities and the people involved have kept me motivated, occupied my mind away from the worries, and made me realize that all the people in our community truly cared about me and my family on and off the field.
With Mariana today are her parents, Soteria and Alex Vakakis, and the Associate Director of Champaign Next Generation School, Aaron Tarr. Mariana, in your application, you indicated that 4 years ago you moved from Greece to America. And my guess is that a move of this magnitude caused you to have some feelings of uneasiness. The fact that you would need to learn a new language, whether or not you would fit in, make new friends with your classmates, whether or not you would be able to make the adjustment, and everything else one would consider when moving to a totally new country. Let's just look what you have accomplished. Your report card reflects straight A's. You've participated in your school's basketball, volleyball, and track teams. You have a singing part in your school's musical, and you are a leader in everything you do. I think it's safe to say that you can put any fears to rest as to whether or not you would succeed in a new country and a new school environment. You have success written all over you as well, and as you prepare to enter high school next year, let the confidence that you have gained at Next Generation carry you on to even greater things in the future. Congratulations on receiving this award, and thanks for moving to America. And with Nick today are his parents, Kim and Brenda McHale, and the assistant principal of Mahomet Seymour Junior High School, Heather Landris. Nick, you listed Michael Jordan as your favorite athlete. When we started this award 13 years ago, his name was often listed as one of our award winners' favorite athlete. And today, many people list another Chicago Bull, Derrick Rose, or baseball great Albert Pujols as their favorite athlete. And time has a way of making people forget certain athletes. But we never seem to forget Michael Jordan. And I think part of the reason that we like Michael is because we know how hard he worked to get to the very top of his profession. Or at least we think we know how hard he worked. We saw the wins and the determination, but rarely did we see all of the extra effort that he put forth in after practice or whatever he did to make himself the greatest basketball player of all time. As you move on to high school next year and you get involved in some high school activities, you mentioned like football or student council, and golf, basketball, baseball, or perhaps even the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and you work toward your career goal of becoming a history teacher, you are going to need all of the determination and hard work that you can muster. Don't ever give up. Just like Michael Jordan didn't give up when he was cut from his high school freshman basketball team, and you will attain all of your goals and dreams. Congratulations on this award. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm round of applause to Mariana Vakaki and Nick McHale. Our board member from Division K is Chris Graham, who was not able to be with us today due to a prior commitment. So presenting Mariana and Nick their awards will be our board president, Mr. Ron Graham. With Charlie today are her parents, Leanne and Jim Ulrich, and the principal at Findlay-Okaw Valley, Mr. Mike Cummins. Charlie, the time you spent in Joplin helping families put their lives back together and helping to clean up after their devastating tornado is truly commendable. Volunteering when others are in need teaches one so much. Perhaps you may never see those people again that week that you were in Joplin, but rest assured that they have not forgotten the help that you gave them. From reading your application, I can tell you are a leader within your school, witnessed by serving as president of the student council. You volunteer in your church, and you are set for another mission trip this summer. You are going to be successful in all of your endeavors because of all that you have done so far. In the words of your favorite athlete, WWE superstar John Cena, never give up. You deserve this award, and all of us here today congratulate you on all of your accomplishments. And with Danny today are his parents, Denise and Mark Allenson, and the principal at Paris Crestwood, Mrs. Danette Young. Danny, if your school had an award for participation in the most school activities, I would have to believe that you would win that award hands down. As I reviewed your application, I was stunned at how many school activities in which you are involved. I am sure it seems normal to you, but I wonder how in the world you find time to do all of those and still get straight A's on your report card. It tells me that you are organized and have prioritized those things in your life that are most important. Obviously, the start of your 8th grade year back in August threw you a curve with your dad's health issue. And one of those things that you learned from that incident is that you really get to know who your true friends and who truly cares. I have no doubt that you and your family would do the same for any of your classmates under the same situation. You are one talented young man. I wish you the very best in all you do, and I congratulate you on receiving your award. Ladies and gentlemen, let's meet Charlie Ulrich and Danny Allenson. Presenting Charlie and Danny their awards is Mrs. Danette Young, our board representative from Division L and the principal at Paris Crestwood.
Haley Hollinshead has chosen a quote from the movie Haunted Mansion as inspiration. You try, you fail, you try, you fail, but the only true failure is when you stop trying. The winner of the 2012 Scholar Attitude Award from Board of Directors Division M, Haley lives her keep trying philosophy in every endeavor, from cheerleading and student council to literary programs, the science fair, and playing French horn in the band. But it's in track and field that it really comes into play. It was almost exactly 1 year ago when the sectional track meet took place, she relates. The events I qualified for were the 200-meter dash, the 4x200 relay, long jump, and pole vault. I had trained all season for these events. It was finally my time to shine. But fortune was not smiling on Haley that day, and in her favorite event, the long jump, she jumped well under what she'd been doing all season, failing to qualify for state. At first she felt disappointed and defeated, but then she realized, I had next year. Instead of letting the loss bring me down, I let it inspire me. Haley has been honored with the Rocket Pride Award and a Young Authors Award, plus she's made honor roll, been named Student of the Week, and has received several Presidential Physical Fitness citations and a President's Education Award for academic achievement. She's reached the sectional level in all 4 of her track and field events and competed in hurdles on the local level. Haley is Vice President of Student Council, and she received the Most Spirit Award at cheerleading camp. She's taken that spirit and enthusiasm over to the preteen Illinois Junior Contest, where she has won for talent and speech and onstage expressiveness. In the summer before Tyler Johnson started 8th grade, his parents traveled to China to bring home a new member of the family, 7-year-old Christy. I knew this was going to be an adjustment, writes Tyler. Soon she started to follow me everywhere and was curious about everything, not something an 8th grade boy appreciates. Tyler quickly learned he needed to make time for his new little sister, even when he would rather be doing something else. Running has given me the discipline to do things that I do not want to do and the knowledge that pain brings growth. Tyler concludes, I believe that activities such as basketball and Scholastic Bowl helped because they allowed me to become a good team player and to learn that you have to put aside individual goals to do what's best for the team. My family is my most important team. Tyler, who takes home the 2012 Scholar Attitude Award from Board of Directors Division M, is a state champion in cross country. He placed 2nd at state in the 1,600-meter run in track and 5th at state in the 800. He was his team's top rebounder in basketball. He has made high honors every quarter, earning a perfect 4.0 GPA, and he's won 6 different first-place medals in 3 different events in IESA speech and another 6 first-place medals on piano and trumpet in IESA solo and ensemble music competitions. Quite active in his church, Tyler plays the keyboards and praise band. Occasionally plays the trumpet for the adult worship service, acted as worship leader at Vacation Bible School, and volunteered over Christmas break to distribute food to needy families. He also traveled on a mission trip to the Dominican Republic. Kaylee Childress is proud to have set a school record at the state track meet in the 4x200 relay and to have her name etched on the record board at Robinson Nuttall. She is equally proud to have earned a starting position on the volleyball team, but she knows both accomplishments came from one thing: hard work. Improving is a building process that requires skill and hard work to achieve, Kaylee says about how her relay team got to that amazing record. And as for volleyball, in 7th grade, I was not a regular starter on our team. I was very frustrated with this at first because I thought I was working hard in practice and deserved the starting position. Participation in interscholastic activities taught me that my perception of hard work was not enough. It pushed me to dig deeper within myself and find that I did have more to give the team. She attended camps, practiced, and practiced some more. She tells us, when the 8th grade season started, I felt a true sense of pride when my coach told me I had earned the starting position. The 2012 Scholar Attitude Award recipient from Board of Directors Division N, Kaylee has competed in cheerleading, volleyball, and track and field in both 7th and 8th grades, and she participated in Student Council and Speech Club both years as well. Her 4.0 GPA has earned her high honors every year at Nuttall Middle School. Outside of school, she has competed in competitive tumbling for 6 years, winning 3 state championships and coming in 2nd nationally twice. Also participated in competitive cheer team for 7 years and was a member of the Midwest Championship team in 2010. Reed Schaefer, who has won the 2012 Scholar Attitude Award from Board of Directors Division N, plays basketball for Effingham, perennial rival of powerhouse Teotopolis. Traditional rivals, legendary basketball towns. It sounds like a recipe for bad feelings and ugly competition, right? Wrong. The games of Teotopolis are always intense, Reed writes. There will be 10 players on the floor competing to their best ability. From the cheerleaders to the coaches to the fans, it is life or death. Neither team likes each other on the floor, but when the game is over, we respect each other and even have built some friendships. He adds, we all know how much effort we have given, how we left everything on the floor. When you compete against an opponent like that, you have nothing but respect for them. Reed is a leader in basketball where he is the point guard and in baseball where he's the shortstop, as well as on student council where he is the president this year. His teams won regionals in both baseball and basketball. He's also competed in track at Effingham Junior High, and he participates in Image Makers, the AV Club. He is a strong believer at Centenary United Methodist Church, attending church youth group and sitting on the youth group's council, as well as going on a mission trip. And this year, working hard at confirmation classes and publicly displaying his faith and affirming his commitment to the congregation. Reed has grown up a Hoosier fan and would like to attend IU someday and possibly earn a bachelor's degree in education.
With Haley are her parents, Rhonda and Rob Hollinshead, and the principal of Rochester Junior High School, Mr. Brent Ashbaugh. Haley, last year you experienced some disappointment when you failed to qualify for the long jump event for the IESA State Track and Field Finals. Sports have a terrific way of keeping us humble, don't they? And yet, if I had a crystal ball, something tells me that you'll be competing in the finals this year. You have an inner drive to succeed, and after reading your application, I know exactly where that comes from. It's from Grandma Carmela, who received her first driver's license when she was 64 years old. She never gave up on her dream to obtain a driver's license, and you too will never give up on your dreams. Whether that dream is participating in the long jump, working in the physical therapy field, or being in the high school madrigal group, when you don't think you can attain your goal or work any harder, think of Grandma Carmela. She will give you all the inspiration you need. Congratulations on your award. And with Tyler today are his parents, Kim and Paul Johnson. Tyler, last October, you won the Class A boys state cross-country meet. Little did we know that when we met that afternoon that we would meet here once again and that our paths would cross. I can only imagine the pride that you must have felt when you received your first place award in front of 1,000 cheering fans. That will always be a special moment in your life. But what I hope doesn't get lost in all of that hoopla is the amount of personal sacrifice you had to make to achieve that kind of success. You didn't wake up just one morning and decide to go for a 15-mile run. Those types of runs help build your endurance, but you got to build to that point and gradually get there. Those long, hard days of training paid off, and you were crowned the champion. And now you've probably got your sights set for the state track meet in a couple weeks, where you'll work on capturing a first-place medal in the 1600 and the 800. I wish you well in those upcoming races. Win or lose, you are a champion. And I encourage you to work hard in all that you do, in high school and college, and eventually your chosen profession. Congratulations on this award, and I wish you the very best in all that you do. Ladies and gentlemen, from Division M, let's congratulate Haley Hollinshead and Tyler Johnson. Presenting Haley and Tyler their awards will be our board member from Division M, Mr. Fred Lamke, who's the principal at Riverton Middle School. And with Kaylee today are her parents, Cher and Justin Childress, and the athletic director at Robinson Nettle Middle School, Mr. Eric Dean. Kaylee, you listed cheerleading as your favorite sport, and it seems like only those people involved in cheerleading understand just how demanding cheerleading really is. Like many sports, it really is a true team activity, and it takes everyone on the squad to make everything work. And whether you're a spotter, or a base, or a flyer, One mistake by any squad member can lead to disastrous results. And to avoid a disastrous situation, your squad puts in an incredible amount of work. And most often, because of that work, your squad performs without any problems. The lesson is really pretty simple. You can be as successful as you want as long as you put forth the effort and time. It's not always easy, but the rewards are well worth the effort. I wish you all the best, and congratulations on your award. And with Reed today are his parents, Sherry and Jeff Schaefer, and the principal at Effingham Junior High School, Mr. Jason Fox. Reed, your favorite movie, Hoosiers, epitomizes the true meaning of teamwork, believing in oneself and that anything is possible. And while there is certainly a bit of Hollywood in that movie, the Indiana basketball team that movie was based on, the 1954 Milan Indians, the smallest school ever to win a single-class state basketball championship in the state of Indiana, that team was very real. Their state championship proved that hard work, a common goal, and everyone on a team working together allows a team to accomplish great things. In so many ways, this is exactly what you will need to do to reach your goals and dreams. Your mom and dad have provided you with so many opportunities. Be a leader and chase your dreams. Do it with conviction, just as the Milan Indians did. You may not always win, but you can always hold your head high knowing you always gave 100% to everything. I congratulate you on your award, and I wish you the very best always. Ladies and gentlemen, please meet Kaylee Childress and Reed Schaefer. Presenting Kaylee and Reed their awards is Mr. Pat Drays, principal at Teutopolis Junior High School and our Board of Directors member from Division N.
It's hard for an 8th grader to stand alone, but Kelly Schneider took on that challenge. I had played basketball since 3rd grade, Kelly relates, and I always had a large number of girls from my class participate on our team. Once junior high started, that large number dwindled down to about 5 girls, and as school progressed, the numbers just kept getting smaller. My 7th grade year, we only had 3 7th graders on the team. Finally, reaching my 8th grade year, we only had 1 8th grader, me. Kelly had to be a leader and a role model, all by herself. I worked with 5th, 6th, and 7th graders in their preparation for the state tournament, and I was cheering them on the entire way, she says. I am proud of myself because I could have quit right when I found out I was going to be the only 8th grader, but I didn't. I stuck through it, and after the season I realized I would not have wanted it any other way. Recipient of the 2012 Scholar Attitude Award from Board of Directors Division O, Kelly has spent 3 years on the basketball, track, and speech teams, in student council, and playing in the band. She added a year competing in Scholastic Bowl and a year doing the NaNoWriMo writing program. Among Kelly's honors are Science and Health Scholar Awards, Presidential Fitness and Academic Awards, a citizenship citation, and 3 years of honor roll. She has finished in first place in speech, the science fair, and in the Patriots Pen essay contest. After high school, she hopes to study psychology and sociology at the University of Illinois. Wherever she goes and whatever she studies, you can be sure she will stand out. Last fall, the Fulton Junior High School play was The Fearless Pirate Frank. Maybe next year it will be The Fearless Golfer Dustin, or The Fearless Wrestler Dustin, or The Fearless Runner Dustin. Dustin Davidson does it all. Dustin is the 2012 Scholar Attitude Award winner from Board of Directors Division O. Based on his participation in cross country, wrestling, track and field, golf, drama, yes, he appeared in The Fearless Pirate Frank, and the National Junior Honor Society, as well as his excellent grades. Dustin has received high honors every grading period. He won his school's 8th grade basketball free throw shooting contest, making 77 of 100 free throws, set a new school record in the 1,600-meter run, won the wrestling regional in the 100-pound weight class in 7th grade, and won regional and sectional titles at the 119-pound weight class in his 8th grade year. In addition, Dustin won individual weight class titles at the Jacksonville Turner, George Nemeth, and Tri-County tournaments. In the first ever IESA state golf tournament held last September, Dustin finished tied for 13th out of 96 golfers. But it's his time of 2:11.6 at the conference track meet that makes Dustin most proud. My previous best in that 7th grade year was 2:15, Dustin reports. I had been training hard and had my sights set on breaking my school record of 2:11.3, but came up just a little short. He realized, however, that he still has one more chance as an 8th grader to break the record. And there is one more silver lining in that cloud. As Dustin goes on to explain, after seeing that a time of 2:12 in the 800 meters won the IESA meet for the 7th grade, I realized I had the fastest 800-meter time in the state for a 7th grader. Well done, Dustin.
Kelly, you listed Tim Tebow as your favorite athlete. And I don't think there is an athlete today who receives more media attention than Tim Tebow. And honestly, I can't figure out why people don't like the guy. All he has done is work harder than anyone else. He wins football games, and he treats people with respect. It sounds to me like everyone should love him. But instead, he has his detractors simply because of his religious convictions. And I think we can all learn a lot from Tim Tebow. If you really believe in something, then stand up for it. If you want to be the best, then work harder than the rest. You want the respect of your teammates or to be a good friend to someone? Treat them with respect. You have accomplished so much in your time at Mount Olive. The next 4 years will provide you with so many opportunities. Embrace those opportunities, and you will achieve more than you ever dreamed. Congratulations on your award today. And with Dustin today are his parents, Sharon and Lance Davidson, and Mrs. Joy Wills, the principal at O'Fallon Fulton Junior High School. Dustin, you have put together quite an impressive resume. You are a golfer, a wrestler, a cross-country runner. You've achieved high honors in the classroom, and you're a member of your school's drama team. And to top it off, not only do you participate in those activities, but you excel in them as well, as witnessed by your state competition in golf and wrestling. As you know, I had the chance to watch you compete in the IESA State Wrestling Finals last month in DeKalb. To be one of just 432 wrestlers in the state who advanced to the finals has to be a great thrill for you. As you work toward your goal of attending the U.S. Naval Academy, it's going to take all of your skills and your best effort. The Naval Academy doesn't take just anyone. They take solid citizens, well-rounded individuals with good grades who will serve our country well. You are well on your way, and I encourage you to continue to work hard and to achieve your goals. Congratulations on all of your accomplishments, and good luck in all that you do. Ladies and gentlemen, let's meet Kelly Schneider and Dustin Davidson. Presenting Kelly and Dustin their awards is our Board of Directors President and Division O Representative, Mr. Ron Graham, who is the Assistant Superintendent of the Girard North Mac School District.